Welcome to Gamescom 2018. I'm here with Turps the Wonderful for day 2.
Thank you. It's because I got beat by Tice yesterday with a whiz-bang, the wonderful deck.
So you're now officially titled Turps the Wonderful.
Well, I'm hoping that, people, if we just call me that, will just take it as facts.
That's right. They'll forget that you lost.
Yeah, well, I brought it up and you brought it up now, so that's already failed.
Right. How do you think you did overall? Like, are you going to...
I think it went well.
Yeah.
I think Tice is a 2-time European champion.
You learned a few things from him.
I think he learned some things as well. I think, sometimes playing against someone of a different skill, I'm not saying inferior, but just a different way of playing. I'm sure Tice, got as much from that experience as I did.
Yeah. What do you think you learned? Like, that you're, maybe...
Graciousness.
Graciousness.
I think, you can't gloat. You can't gloat in a situation like that. So, I think that I did okay.
You did okay.
I did okay, and I'm happy with that. I learned about deck building.
Yeah, actually, what about deck building did you learn? Is there something that you can apply? Is this something you can apply to all different expansions, you think?
Well, I learned that Tice doesn't make very good decks because I lost using one of his decks, thusly must have been the deck.
Right.
But equally, kind of looking at that curve of the mana cost of the cards, it is important to try and balance out what your deck consists of, making sure it's as kind of playable and consistently performs. So the mana curve is actually really important.
Right.
So that was good to know. But equally, Tice is a very good player, so I think it just needs to... It shows that Hearthstone does have a skill to it.
Yeah,
it's not just the random nature of cards.
There's things techniques that you can use and strategies.
Exactly, and so I did very well considering he's very, very, very good at the game.
Right. I mean, I play Hearthstone pretty casually, and I think that, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch what you learned from Tice, because he is the pro.
You might not see the learning there, but it was there. It's
I'm
more
sure
of
he
a
was
subtext.
it's all the subtext?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well,
I've been doing a lot of puzzle labs,
and
I would say play puzzle labs now.
Okay.
So that's a new solo adventure as part of the Boomsday project.
The Boomsday project.
Basically, it takes you through different scenarios, not necessarily that you'll find in the game normally, because there's some kind of specific cards and interactions. But I still think some of the way you have to think about solving problems can come into play in some games.
Right.
So I think I'm a better player having completed most of the puzzle labs than Tice giving me a substandard deck, which he then beat me with Whizbang the Wonderful. That's what happened.
That's right.
And if you haven't seen yesterday's stream, it is available to watch on YouTube.
Yes.
So you can go over to the Hearthstone YouTube channel and check out a nice little cut down version there. I'm sure they edited it so that it makes it look like I was worse than I was. So again, that's neither here nor there.
That's right. Well, we have so much content to cover today, and of course for 2 other days followed by that. I'm excited for everything we've covered so far.
Tomorrow
it's been a lot of fun.
In fact, we've got to stop now
We're going
because
straight to the stage.
Over for Destiny 2 Forsaken, the next chapter in Destiny 2. Bungie's going to take to the stage and talk to us about this next chapter.
Chapter of Destiny 2. Have fun.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
My name's Scott Taylor, and I'm a project lead at Bungie.
I'm Steve Cotton. I'm the game director on Destiny 2 Forsaken. Before we start this show, before we show you guys what we've been working on, I want to say thank you to Blizzard for having us here on stage. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up playing Blizzard games, probably like a lot of you. I started with the original Warcraft, then StarCraft and Diablo, all the way through to Overwatch. So when we talk about inspirational RPGs, MMOs, and shooters at Bungie, Blizzard games are at the top of that list. Those are the games that inspire us. Destiny 2 is part of the Bungie community, but it's also part of the Blizzard community. And we're so thankful for Forsaken being a part of the Blizzard community and Battle.net. With Forsaken, we're doubling down on what makes Destiny truly special. A one-of-a-kind blend of sci-fi and fantasy, of shooter and MMO. Forsaken is what Destiny was born to be.
Everything that Steve was talking about as far as inspiration is what's driven us to create our largest and most transformative experience yet. There's a treasure trove of armor, weapons, loot, and lore to collect, ancient secrets to discover, and challenges for you to overcome. Whether you're playing solo, with a group of close friends, or with a dedicated clan, Forsaken is going to give you reasons to visit this world each and every night.
And it all begins with a story, with bigger and more personal stakes than ever before. We start our story with a prison break. You and Cade 6, their mentor and a hero of the Vanguard, are sent to investigate. But things don't go as planned, and Cade 6 doesn't make it out alive. But he's Cade, I know, but he's Cade, and he doesn't go down without a fight.
So everyone, if you guys are keeping yourself spoiler-free, or if you just can't bear to witness the end of your favorite gunslinger, now is the time to cover your ears, cover your eyes, because this is Cade's last stand.
Never felt better. You see that, Petrol? Petrol? Guardian? Must have knocked out the comm relays with that spectacular landing. And cue the ominous music. Okay, everybody. Back in your cages. I said, back in your cages! Yeah, that hurt. Sorry, not sorry. That's it. Now I'm pissed. Oh, is that really all you got? Help me out here, little buddy. Coming home, Ace.
Cade 6 has been cut down by Uldren and his 8 barons. Now the hunt is on. To get to Uldren and his gang, you're going to need to walk a thin line between light and dark. Cutting deals with savory characters, unlikely allies, and working with those who still fight for the Awoken Kingdom. You're going to brave a lawless frontier called the Tangled Shore, filled with a ravenous breed of corrupt and re-resurrected fallen, known as the Scorn.
Now, the Scorn are nasty. They use dark magic, they're very aggressive, and they overwhelm everything in their path. They're single-minded, serving only one master, Uldren Sov, Prince of the Reef.
To put the Scorn down, you're going to need to find and master a new arsenal of legendary and exotic weapons and armor. Here's a preview of some of those new tools of the Guardian trade.
The Destiny 2 community is absolutely incredible. And since the release of Destiny 2, we've been listening to them to deliver updates to dramatically improve the game in the wild. This has laid the groundwork for Forsaken. We've made players faster, more powerful. We may have gone a little bit crazy with some of those exotics you just saw. We've added more free events that give players a reason to log in each week with rewards that are worth the time and effort to obtain.
And in Forsaken, we've taken it one step further. We're introducing an entirely new way to play. We call it Gambit. It's a tactical mashup of PvE and PvP where 2 teams compete in separate arenas, slaying enemies and banking moats for points, until the portals open. When that happens, one player from each team gets to invade the other side and dash their hopes for victory.
We couldn't be more excited by the reaction that Gambit has already received. Now, if you've been in our booth this week at Gamescom, you've had a chance to play it for yourself. But if you haven't, well, check this out.
This little game you're about to play, I call Gambit. Your fire team's gonna compete with another gang of Guardians to see which of you is better at hunting all the enemies of humanity. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we've got. Fallen.
This is Gambit, an all-new hybrid game mode for Destiny 2 Forsaken. It's team PvE with some PvP. Fight, collect, bank, invade.
Perfect.
2 teams of 4 in separate arenas. First to kill the boss wins. But you don't fight each other. Not yet. You fight these guys, and that thing. Kill enemies, grab the motes they drop, and bank them to score. Deposit enough at once, and you'll send the other team a blocker, a beast to slow down their progress.
That'll take them a while to chew.
And every 25 motes your team racks up, well, you don't send the beast, you are the beast. Buffed and unleashed on the enemy team with one goal: disruption.
One more in the grave. 3 down.
Pick your targets wisely, because when a Guardian dies, their motes die with them. Now, once your team has enough motes banked, you'll face the big boss, a primeval.
You summoned a primeval. Kill it, and the win is yours.
Burn him down. But look alive, because he won't be alone. A Guardian from the other team can keep invading through the final fight. Stick together to wreck the enemy faster, or send a Guardian to bomb the other side. Throughout a match, that's your gamble. And it can reap killer rewards. Fight, collect, bank, invade. Dominate the enemies. Deny your opponent. Destroy the primeval. This is Gambit. Woo!
Yeah!
So I don't know if you caught that last slide, that last shot in that video, but there's an announcement we've been waiting to make on this stage. All players of Destiny 2 are going to get to play Gambit at home on their couch before Forsaken launches.
So the Gambit event will be available for 1 day only on September 1st, just after our new weapons update, which means that you can play with all the new weapon slots changes that are coming on Tuesday. All of you guys are invited to check it out from the comfort of your own home.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Blizzard, for helping us bring Destiny to Battle.net. We hope you guys will join us. The hunt is on September 4th. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Hang out.
Yeah.
System online. Navigational matrix initialized. Weapons linked. Targets found. Objectives loaded. Pilot link established. Wrecking ball online. Combat mode engaged. Rolling out. Engaging call. Destroyed.
new realm has come to the Nexus, and with it, untapped power and a bitter feud for control. Realm lords, factions, and heroes will stop at nothing to claim victory in the mountains of Alterac. Alterac Pass is a large 3-lane battleground that hosts the familiar war cries of longtime rivals, the Horde and the Alliance, as they clash in the Nexus. Unlike traditional battlegrounds, Alterac Pass does not feature a structural core outside the Hall of Storms, but in its place stand the respective faction leaders for each side. General Vandar Stormpike for the Alliance, and General Drekthar of the Frostwolf clan for the Horde. Players must fight their way through traditional forts and keeps to find themselves face to face with their opposition's leader. If you want to claim victory, you'll have to bring them down. The generals carry with them a lot of the flavor and execution from their AV predecessors. Both will charge at incoming challengers, dealing damage, and follow with a whirlwind ability that damages all enemies in the area around them. Should you engage and find the need to retreat, the generals will leash back to their starting positions and begin to regenerate their health. Also note that for every keep your team manages to destroy, the enemy team's general will suffer a loss in armor. Positioned above and below the middle lane are 2 sets of prisoner camps that hold access to the battleground's central objective. Periodically, prisoners will spawn inside opposing camps guarded by prison defenders. Teams must invade enemy territory, take out the prison defenders, and free their captive while looking to ensure the enemy isn't successful at doing the same. After a brief channel on the enemy's capture cage, an escape sequence will initiate. If you can maintain control throughout the escape sequence, amidst the enemy team's defense, and any additional defender spawns, your prisoner will escape and your team will reap the objective reward. For teams that have lost control of their prison camp, a simple right-click on the capture cage will immediately stop progress of the escape sequence, but a full channel will be required to take it back. Taking the map objective on Alterac Pass will spawn a cavalry unit in each of your lanes. These mounted units will push into enemy territory and support allied players and minions with a damage and speed-boosting aura in their proximity. This damage bonus will increase in strength for each subsequent objective completion across a game. Alongside the battleground objective, spread across Alterac Pass are 2 Gnoll siege camps and 2 Ice Giant boss camps. The Gnolls will push in a similar manner to the Hellbat siege camps on Brax's Holdout, providing a large health pool per unit and a cleave attack that applies a stacking armor debuff to anything it hits. The Ice Giants function similarly to the Grave Golems on Cursed Hollow, but utilize an Ice Shard ability that will damage and massively slow in an area. Specific to Alterac Pass are the addition of mud pits around the objective area. Be mindful of your positioning, as the longer you stand in these areas, the greater hit you'll take to your movement speed. If you must move through them, do so quickly and without threat of opposition. Lastly, should your team find success with the objective, do your best to push and fight alongside your cavalry. The buffs provided by these units hold the mainstay of value in their pushing power, so make the most of it. Due to the health regeneration mechanic on the generals, retreat isn't an effective option against them. Bolster your push for victory by executing an all-in with your cavalry and whatever mercs you can recruit. The horns of war echo inside the valleys of Alterac Pass. Will you join the Alliance in an effort to control this new realm? Or will you side with the Horde, just like every other barbarous, unkempt brute? We'll see you in the Nexus. For the Alliance!
For the Horde!
Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, I heard him and the ocean breeze as he sank beneath the tide. Those blood-soaked shores of Kalimdor, where sailors fought and died, the admiral fell at their amour because she left his side.
Why this, so daughter of the sea? Why this, did she forget her seaside days? Always the pride of her nation's eyes. How could she go astray? When she did flee, cross the ocean deep, the admiral followed west. What else but sail to save a daughter's life and brave just a regret? But there he found upon those distant shores enemies on the rise. But when he faced those savage foes, his daughter stood aside and buried deep beneath the waves, betrayed by family, to his nation with his last breath cried, beware the daughter of the sea.
I'm listening now. Father. I heard, across a moonlit sea, the old voice warning me. Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, beware of me.
Welcome to Blizzard at Gamescom 2018. We're here at the Dark Moon Fair booth at Gamescom, and I just got something really cool. Check it out. I got myself some airbrush makeup for the Alliance right there.
I mean, that is actually pretty cool. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Thanks.
But you know what would be cooler? A Horde one. I want to have a go.
Of course. Going for the Horde, always.
For the Horde?
Always for the Horde.
Always.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not going to hurt, is it?
Oh my gosh, there he goes.
Oh, here we go.
Does it tickle?
It does a little bit. It's quite therapeutic, actually.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
That's
so
really,
pretty.
That's really tasty already.
Drop a little, I don't know what that substance is, but
that's
seems to solidify the color.
Yeah, I think it's alchemy. I think it's one of the reagents.
Magic substance of some kind. But yeah, So, what do we have coming up on the show today?
Oh, we have an action-packed show. Starting off, we've got the French streamer Tonton teaming up with Mike Bybee from the Warcraft team to play through Battle of Azeroth.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We also have your daily dose of esports. That's right, we're going to be taking a look at Heroes Global Championship and what happened with that. We also will be talking about some dancing because we just saw a really awesome dance competition today. So we're going to be doing a recap of that, show you some exclusive behind the scenes, and take a deep dive into some Overwatch content as well later on in the show.
Oh, look at this one.
There
I
you
think
go.
this is
He's
cooler.
got his Alliance tattoo.
There we go. The Horde there, it looks like I've spilt some jam all over it. That's a problem. I like donuts. I've eaten one a little bit too enthusiastically, and now I've got jam all over my Horde tattoo.
It's a lot of red and black, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks good.
I really
Looks
like
really
it.
cool.
All
Looks
you're
really
missing now are the tusks, the long hair.
I could grow the beard out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could like braid it up.
Yeah.
I could maybe get like makeup done all over, get it all green.
You
and
could.
then I could be a green orc.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
I'd love
you
that.
could go full on. I will support you in this
Will
journey
you?
of yours. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I will.
I am
All right.
glad. In my other journey, I hit 120 today.
You did?
In Battle for Azeroth.
Oh
So
my
that was
gosh.
good. It shows how busy I've been today here at
Yeah, you've been
Gamescom.
really busy, and so you made the 120, and
Yes.
now what's next?
Well, now I can start playing the game. So now I've got all of the dungeons open to me. I've got to start gearing up, get my eye level high enough, do some more world quests.
course.
It's like the whole world opens up, literally as well. I've got to go over to the other continent now, the other island,
Yeah?
kill all the Alliance,
Do
or
all the-
try.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll try to defeat you. Maybe we should hop into a game.
I think you probably will. That's the thing.
But here at the booth, we even have fortune telling. As you saw, we have airbrush makeup, but a bunch of cool stuff is happening here at the Blizzard booth. But now let's go to see all the awesome content we have for you. Enjoy.
You like that?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tonton. Welcome to the channel. I will be your host today, so welcome to the stream. And I'm lucky enough to have a special guest today, and his name is like Mike Bybee, right?
Yeah, Mike Bybee, senior
Nice to
game
meet
producer
you.
on the World of Warcraft development team.
Only that?
Yes.
Is that a good job?
I love that job.
I love that job. What technically what are you doing at Blizzard?
So producer's a weird job in that I do project management, you know, like scheduling, tasking, meetings, notes, that kind of boring stuff. But I'm also like, I support the team.
Yeah.
I listen to people when they've got problems. I try to help out wherever there is needed. Like sometimes I'll do everything from like getting coffee to, you know, running down, helping the team set stuff up in the game if it's absolutely needed. So
okay,
just making sure everything works.
Sounds like a pretty cool job.
I love my job.
You enjoy it?
Absolutely.
You enjoy it? And yeah, with the launch of BFA, I would say the question maybe everyone has: are you excited for what's coming? Went the launch good? Everything went good?
So the launch was pretty great, honestly. I would say it was one of the better launches we've ever had.
Yeah.
So we launched at the same time in every single region across the world, which was a first.
Yep.
It was super cool, and it went pretty damn well. On top of that, honestly, like there was tons of content in the game. People were playing both continents, and it worked out really great. And people loved the story.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And then the thing that's really cool about it is it's just starting. There's stuff that's unlocking in just a couple weeks.
You're right.
And I'm really excited for people to dig into that stuff.
Yeah, as a streamer, we could feel the hype for BFA. It was really amazing to see how people, like, you know, you brought us the story, the lore, everything surrounding BFA, and that was really cool as a streamer to see all that hype, like just brought to life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was really a good launch, by the way.
Well,
you know,
thank you.
We were expecting crashes, you know, everyone everywhere with some bugs.
Sure.
But yeah, everything went super good, at least for me. I have to say, at least for me.
Well, you know, it's like not every person had a perfectly smooth experience. If you were on one of the servers that maybe was a little rocky to begin with, then your experience wasn't great, and that sucked, and I'm sorry. But for everybody else...
It's all right.
Yeah, I know,
We
right?
understand. Some of us understand.
Well, some of us, and if you don't, again, I'm sorry. But we did have a pretty damn good launch. We're feeling pretty good about it, and things are stable now.
Okay, that's perfect. So for today, we have a little rundown of everything we are going to do today. So we're going to do the Siege of Lordaeron, like the scenario.
Yeah, I'm excited about that specifically.
You excited about that? What
Yeah.
do you? Yeah, just talk us a little bit about that, the Siege.
Part of the reason I'm excited about it is because I was the producer for the Siege of Lordaeron feature.
Okay.
So I was involved in that through its development. I worked with the designers involved. I worked with the artists. And I got to see it come alive. And so seeing people play it even here at Gamescom is really exciting, honestly.
Yeah, sure. And we're going to make it live right now. So do you want to make it with me? You're going to maybe show us some things we don't know, maybe explain some things we don't know about it?
Sure.
So I have here a character that is DK, like a blood DK, and it's Alliance.
Okay,
So,
yeah, I think the Alliance experience is awesome.
yeah,
They're both
why?
really great.
That's my question. Why?
Well, so what's fun about the Lordaeron scenario is that it's very different for both sides.
Okay.
One of the big challenges was, you know, in the pre-patch content where the tree gets burned down by Sylvanas, that's a really low point for the Alliance, and it doesn't feel very good,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And the Lordaeron scenario is sort of the opposite experience, where the Horde is having one of their major cities destroyed, and that doesn't feel good from a Horde experience. But going in here as an Alliance player, you're coming for revenge. You're coming to get revenge for Teldrassil, which feels great.
Of course.
Finally taking the fight back to the Horde
Yeah,
and making
sure.
it count. So that's why I think this experience works.
So I hope the queue is going to end sometime, and maybe we can play the game.
Sure.
So
It said 21 seconds, but
21 seconds. It's obviously a little bit more, as usual.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It's like when you do PvP, you know?
Totally.
You're expecting like 5 minutes.
I want to see your character. Pull up your character sheet. How you doing?
Oh, we good. We
all
good.
We'll do that later.
Well, it's not a good character. I just do play it a little bit because you know blood decays. You know blood decays. You
Well,
have to have one.
They can't die? Is that what you're saying?
They cannot die. They're the best healers. They're the best tanks. Probably DPSing a lot too. So yeah. So let's go. Let's
All
go.
right, here we
do you
go.
want to like comment at the same time?
Yeah,
How
sure.
do you want to do exactly?
I mean, you know what? We'll just wing it as it goes along.
Yeah.
I'll call stuff out if I think it's cool. You do the same, right?
Okay, fine.
Let's see how many people get into this group here.
Heroes of the Third Fleet,
At least enough to do it.
yourselves. Report to King Greymane at once.
Let's go, guys. Get ready.
I love this landing here because it's sort of the idea is like, hey,
Follow me.
World War II,
Do not stray.
any major war, you've got like.
We shouldn't have that. That's good. That's
Yeah,
fixed.
absolutely.
Fixed. Sorry for that. We're good. So.
Hey, your stream is excited. That's
Yeah,
cool.
my stream is excited, of course. Of course, the community is great. I'm sorry for the French-speaking people here. Everything that we do today is going to be in English. So I'm
And
sorry
I
for
really
my bad
thank you
English
for
too.
that.
I'm sorry for my bad English too. I hope no one is going to call me baguette in the chat or the US or English-speaking viewers.
Huh.
I'm going to try my best today. So I hope it's fine.
Your
I hope
English
it's fine.
is way better than my French.
That's good. That's cool too. Thank you. So
All
yeah,
right,
we're doing
here.
our best today. So yeah, it's
So here you're entering the ruins of Brill, right? You can see the Alliance has already established their base here.
Yeah.
Of the Alliance, hear me. The Horde's cowardly attack on Teldrassil brought war upon us and made clear
Revenge.
what is truly at stake.
Absolutely.
Their war chief's goal was not to
Oh,
capture
yeah,
a
Rio.
city, but to destroy
We are enough to do
our
it
way
quite fast,
of life.
I think.
Yeah.
Snuff out
This guy
hope
does not
for
like
generations
Sylvanas.
to come.
At all. We know that. We know
Secure
that.
our future. The Banshee
So for those
fleet
who
must
maybe
answer
don't know
for
him,
the
who's that guy?
crimes. Her
Oh, so
God's
Gen?
reign
So Gen.
ends
Gen
today.
Greymane is the king of the Worgans. So his people were cursed with this Worgen curse that turns them into werewolves. And honestly, they would have lost their sanity completely if it hadn't been for the Night Elves, who kind of took them under their wing, gave them a place to stay. And Gen is eternally grateful to the Night Elves for that. And then Sylvanas, he already hated Sylvanas, and then she burned down the tree city where they lived. And so he's not taking prisoners.
That's what we gotta do. So here we're entering the war, basically war. And I'm already
Yeah, here we
Dazed
go.
or stunned. So let's do it. So I'm a
Gotta
DK,
get out of
so
the smoke. Yeah, totally.
I'm sorry, I'm not playing with my mouse, like my mouse. So yeah, the key bindings maybe are not going to be really good.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
I'm
We're all judging you. I understand.
I'm gonna try my best. So I'm not the best MDI tank right now.
No, it's great. You're playing. I would play, but they told me I couldn't play because they didn't want me to
Really?
embarrass myself.
Oh God.
So I appreciate you taking
No,
this for me.
I'm taking the job. I'm taking the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to embarrass
So
myself.
rescue that. Yeah, there you go.
Rescue the hippogriffs. Sounds like a
Slowly flies off.
like a book title.
Yeah.
Rescue the hippogriffs. Okay, I'm gonna go there. I'm the tanker. Obviously, I have to be at the front, right?
Yep.
We cannot die. We cannot die. DK. Where's my bind? Where's my bind? It's this one. Okay. I'm not gonna use those binds because I don't know. I don't remember them. That's fine. That's fine. We're playing great.
You're good. Hey, is there any way we can turn down the game sound for me?
Yeah,
Do
the
you know?
game sound. That's probably this one. This one. Is that better?
That's way better.
That's way better. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
I was missing half of what you were saying there for a while, so I'm just nodding and
That's all right.
smiling.
So now
It's
that's
great.
better. Now that's better. Now just smile. You're doing it great. That's better for you?
Yeah, that's way
Everything
better.
great? You
Cool.
hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. This is good.
Okay, so that's perfect.
Yeah, I like your UI setup. That's pretty cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing the games for like 14, 15 years now.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm always like redoing my UI, like every expansion.
Yeah,
right?
totally. I just want to call out, you've got Worgen banners on that gun. I always thought that was like super cool details. If you just look around the map, you've got Alliance banners everywhere. Right there, that you can very clearly see the Worgen have a presence here.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been playing for a long time too, right since the beginning. And one of the things I think is awesome about World of Warcraft is how adaptable it is, right?
Yeah.
Like I play with add-ons, and I know people at work who absolutely refuse to do it, and the game works
Really?
well for both people.
Yeah, you can work with a lot of add-ons. You can work with a really minimalistic UI.
Yeah,
I
totally.
really like minimalistic things, but when you're like raiding, like maybe not hardcore or maybe just raiding a little bit, and you want to have some things like details, maybe having a little bit of
absolutely.
knowing a little bit what's going on around you, like weak auras and big wigs or some things like this.
Yeah, and that stuff has changed so much over the years because the game changes.
Yeah, of
and it's
course.
really cool seeing how like add-on authors make changes, they make improvements. Some of the best stuff I've seen has come out of add-on authors just experimenting with cool stuff.
Yeah, and we've seen some add-ons like being introduced in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's pretty cool.
So
What would you say?
this
Oh, sorry.
Azerite tank is actually, I think it's a really cool model, right?
Yeah.
We use these for the world bosses and the Warfronts feature too, but what's really neat is you can't see it because of the angle of your character right now, but the cannon at the top is just pounding the enemy with these Azerite blasts.
Maybe I can see it.
Yeah, see,
Like
there you
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Right, that's super cool.
And
I
lost
love
my
the
map.
effect on the Azerite.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Would you say that you build like the game around add-ons a little bit sometimes, like for big wigs or maybe DBM? Do you make like bosses harder or maybe
it's
more
interesting.
complex?
That's a
because of
really
the
good
add-ons?
question. So I would say the
I'm
answer
sorry.
is no.
Can you answer that?
No, I can answer that. It's fine. We don't build a game around add-ons, but we definitely, everybody on the team knows add-ons exist.
Yeah.
I would say it's a huge challenge for us because we want to make it so that players who just jump into the game or don't want to use add-ons can still actually do their job.
Yeah.
But people with add-ons want a challenge, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, kill that thing. Go Anduin.
So, little cinematic right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One of the nicknames we've had for Anduin internally with this expansion is Manduin.
Manduin,
Yeah.
because he's like growing up.
He's manned up, yeah. It's pretty great.
But that's pretty cool. All the like cinematics in the game, I really feel like you pushed a little bit the things forward. Like with the new cinematics, everything is a little bit more polished, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
and we do have more, right?
Oh,
In the
yeah.
past, maybe there was like, they were like one or two cinematics sometimes.
Mhm.
And right now we have, cinematics everywhere.
Yeah, right? Like,
Leading you-
we started
leading you
with
through the
Wrathgate,
game. Yes.
right? And Lich King was the first sort of in-game cinematic, and I think it really freaked people out. Like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And now we're doing them all the time. I think it's one of the cool things about the game as it has evolved is we've gotten so much better at storytelling.
Yep. Yeah, and we like that. We players do like that.
Yeah, totally. What's really cool about cinematics now is we can do the in-game ones where we can actually show your character.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Plus the stuff like you were just seeing.
Like you
that's-
feel involved in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite cinematics that we've done recently is on Argus when you were fighting with the Titans, right?
Yep.
You come out of one of the bases and a Titan just crashes down in front of you. Your character raises his weapon like he's going to fight back.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
That was Agrimar the Titan.
So that part, just so I know, you cannot win this part, right? You're forced to lose. As far as I'm...
In terms of, like, yeah, the Blight coming out, yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's not a good experience for me.
Yeah?
Because I want to win.
You'd rather have the choice.
I want to win.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that.
We're forced to retreat.
I think that's a challenge we always have, right? We want to move the story forward. We want to get you to a specific place.
Yep.
And trying to find a way to make you feel like you had personal agency
Yep.
when you did that, it's actually super challenging. I know we tried a lot of different ways of doing this particular part. And I like where we ended up because I think it feels like there's this sort of inexorable, even though you're heroic, even though you fought the Titans, there's something here that is going to take more than just you to, or at least you're going to have to retreat and come up with a new plan, right? Yeah.
But I did it a lot. I did this one a lot, like on the beta, and afterwards, like with the real characters in live.
Yeah.
And it feels pretty good
No,
on both sides.
I think it's great.
It really felt good.
One of the things I think, even for me, I thought was funny, the first couple times I did it, I didn't realize that Anduin actually gives you a shield around him.
Yeah, he does.
And so I was standing out in the Blight, and I was like, why am I dying? And I kept running away and then trying to heal.
As Horde, if you go like through that shield, you're just
yeah.
dying. You're just dying or taking a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, Anduin's a total badass.
So yeah, it's Manduin. You said it. It's Manduin now.
Yeah.
You hear that, chat? It's Manduin. You have to get used to it now. He's a man. Okay, so I think we are close to the end.
Yep.
Close
to the end of this part. One of my favorite cinematics is coming up here in just a minute.
Yeah. If it works.
If it works. Wow, what happened?
Oh, I think I broke the game as usual.
Oh, what did you do?
I did nothing at all.
You're breaking my heart, man.
I know, maybe. You know what? I think I have an add-on right now. And I think it shouldn't be on, but it is because of the setup here.
Sad.
So I think it skipped it.
Okay, well, hey, for everybody watching, the cinematic is great. You should go back and play it if you haven't already. And, yeah, Jaina, right?
So, yeah. But we could do it again if you want. That's not that long.
Sure.
If you really want to see the cinematic or show it, I can do it again.
We can keep going.
Okay, all right.
I think if players haven't checked it out at this point, they've still got time. Yeah.
They should.
It's actually been really cool watching people here at Gamescom play.
Yeah.
The Siege of Lordaeron experience is available on the show floor at Gamescom, and a whole bunch of people have been getting it together, and I've just been watching them, and the cinematics pop up, and you just look at their faces, like people just sitting there watching, they're smiling or reacting in some way, and I can really tell like they're getting into it.
Yeah, and what's pretty cool is that everyone is going to do that. This is like the starting zone when you want to go to BFA. You have to do that scenario. So everyone is experiencing the same experience.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit different for Horde and Alliance, but broadly speaking, yeah.
I have to wait, I think, for everyone. They're watching the cinematic. They do have the cinematic.
Right. Everybody else who didn't get broken. Yeah, we'll just stand here.
We're good. Here we go. We can do it now. So, chat, go get to see that cinematic. It's pretty incredible. And we can continue.
All right, here we go. Yeah. I mean, Jaina is back in such a big way in this expansion.
Yeah.
It was funny, leading up to it, I had friends and family, and people who play the game for a long time telling me that they see Jaina on the art, they hear she's in the expansion, they're not excited because she hates the Horde so bad, and she's just turned into this really mean-spirited person.
Yeah.
And the reality is, like, that's not Jaina at all. She's a lot deeper of a character than that, right? And this expansion really explores that personal story.
Yeah, and we had the Warbringer cinematic too.
Absolutely, and the song in that is just fun.
Everybody loved it.
Totally.
I'm tanking quite good right now. Tanking skills. Tonton in the next MDI. Get ready, everyone. We're gonna be the main tank. Some teams.
Fine.
So yeah, we're gonna face again each other like right after this wall.
Okay.
Size wall.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Alliance is now trying to just... So the whole point of the scenario, right, is the Alliance is trying to take back the ruins of Lordaeron that, you know, in past Warcraft history, the Horde had kind of taken it over, and even before that, the Scourge had just decimated the place and turned most of the inhabitants killed them all, and turned many of them undead.
Yeah.
So then Undercity now is inhabited by the undead who have kind of regained their mind, the Forsaken, which are super cool. I have a Forsaken Warlock that I really love.
Yeah. Classic Warlock. Undead.
Right, absolutely. And then, you know, that's been this is capital city for the undead for a long time, for the Forsaken. And now the Alliance is like, okay, you burned our tree down. This place used to belong to the Alliance. We're taking it back, right? It's a very symbolic gesture, but it also means a lot because anybody who survived the original destruction of Lordaeron probably ended up somewhere around Stormwind. They've got family, they've got friends. A lot of that story actually shows up in the novels that came before the expansion launched out. And it's really cool. So the whole point of the siege is to retake that city. And Sylvanas has got a plan. And you can see she's funneling people through this channel here where you're forced to fight this one guy, the Windseeker here.
Yeah.
And this is just the first step of her. Now that you're inside the keep, she's got a plan for how they're going to stop it. And I think it's really cool, actually.
It is. It is. Obviously, it is.
Although the wind is a little annoying here, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
all
that's
right.
the point,
We need some
but-
mechanics. We need
right?
some mechanics, you know. We're used to it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting because the Lordaeron scenario happens at the beginning of the expansion.
Yeah.
We have to design this in such a way that it can be completed without having to have a tank and a healer and an organized group, right?
Yeah.
So in terms of game mechanics, the wind actually gives us an opportunity to make it interesting for players without forcing
without
you
having
to tank
to
it.
have each role.
Right, absolutely.
I understand. And that's pretty cool. Because you feel like you're actually doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love the little details here. You're running along, but on the sides of this, you're seeing like tons and tons of Horde explosives.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff rigged up. I'm sure there's no reason that's there.
But that's cool.
Yeah.
If it looks cool, that's cool. I'm waiting for my teammates to come, I think, or the NPCs maybe.
Yeah, I think there's some role-playing stuff that happens here.
Okay,
Yeah.
it happens now, right now.
Yep. Here we go, Illyria and the gnomes.
Let us even the odds, King.
Illyria, thank the light you've made.
Let's go again.
And now you can punch them.
Now you can film.
Yeah. Go grab one of the gnome machines in the background.
Yeah, I can do that, right?
Yeah, totally.
Here it is.
Yeah.
What can I do? Speed?
You got speed, you got
what
machine
is that?
gun.
Boom.
And if you hit the one over and over, yeah, there you go. It's like a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's channel in front of me, like a cone.
Yeah, exactly. That's super cool. Don't step in the green stuff, though. Cardinal rule of World
I don't
of
care.
Warcraft.
I'm a gnome.
Yeah.
But I'm going to die. I'm coming back. I need my teammates. Teammates, please. I'm the tank, but I'm
No,
not the
it's
best
cool.
tank
You
in the
just
world.
go right onto the middle. The Horde is obviously just going to, invite you in, pat you on the back, tell you did a good job, pat you on the back with a knife. Yeah. I think this scenario is really cool. It's awesome to see Mechatorg, right?
Yeah.
We don't get to see him a lot out, fighting. I think it's super cool that Illyria is, really, really supporting the Alliance here.
Yeah, we're close to the end. And hopefully, if there is another cinematic, it's not gonna fail.
Yeah, there should be one more right at the end of this. Yeah, here we go.
And here we go. Works.
And Sylvanas with her bow.
And that's cool how you can see all the characters sometimes, other characters from older, things
totally.
we did in the past.
I love the
They
shadow
all
effect
here.
with her bow. Like a little reference here to stuff you've even seen in Heroes, right?
Yeah.
It's super cool. Get out of the green stuff.
He told me to go out of the green stuff. Just do the same.
Anduin needs to do more raids.
Obviously.
They must not
Or maybe
escape.
download some add-ons.
Yeah, right.
The GTFO add-on.
I like to imagine he's got a heads-up display inside his helmet.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, fine, Sylvanas Rainrunner. I think we good.
All right.
Yes.
Come on,
we have to,
Mechatorg,
we
give
have
me
to
the
wait
goods.
for the other ones.
All right.
They're watching the cinematic with potato PCs.
Okay.
So that's
yeah.
right.
I'll go get my popcorn. It's cool.
Okay, let's go. We're ready. Oh, she's getting away. No, she's not. Yes, she is.
Yeah, you got the flying machines now.
Yep.
Cool. Go. Go, go, go. So what I think is really cool about this is if you're doing the Horde scenario, a lot of the events that you just went through on the Alliance side happen on the Horde side.
Yep.
The basic event happens, but you get a totally different perspective on the Horde side. On the Horde side, you were fighting with Sarfang at the beginning, and then he disappeared, and you didn't know where he went. And now, if you're playing Alliance, this is where he went.
Yeah, and the two cinematics are slightly different.
Yeah.
So if you do both sides, you can see the little differences.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of players actually tell me when they saw this scene that they thought Sarfang was actually kind of mean. You know, especially after you see the old soldier cinematic.
Yep.
But you got to remember, like, he has spent most of his life fighting the Alliance, right? He believes they're the enemy. And it's only just recently that he started to think that maybe the enemy might be a little closer to home.
Yeah. Go get him. And so,
and you're feared. I watched that happen. It was pretty sad. You could have interrupted
I wasn't
him,
even watching the screen, so that's why, obviously, because I'm the best tank in the world, remember. So yeah, but many people thought too that he was simply dead. You know, when you're playing like a Horde, I think the Horde side, you don't see that.
Yeah.
So many people thought that it was just simply dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Too. Because you don't see that happen, like he goes to
You're just
prison.
wondering, like, where did he go, right? It's one of the, I would say one of the more difficult things in making this game is trying to find a way to tell as much of the story as we possibly can, but still make it interesting and unique. And like, I was talking in some of the interviews that we did today, we were talking about how so much of the story is in the short stories and the novels and the cinematics. And we try really hard to get that into the main game, but it's difficult to tell nuanced character stories when you're punching people in the face actively and watching your spell bars, right?
Yep.
So a lot of that stuff does go into the novel, and I really encourage players to check out the short stories, check out the novels. They're really good.
Sure.
But yeah, so players get confused when that happens, and we have to balance that. I think we did a pretty good job here, but there's a couple points there where like maybe players were a little confused, right?
Yeah, sure. Do you hear the game? Do you hear the game?
Yeah, totally.
It's good?
Oh yeah, I hear it is.
I do not.
Oh, okay.
Take him to the stockade.
That's better. It's better for me now.
And I return.
By the way, I like your shirt.
You like my shirt?
Yeah.
It's a classic, fanboy shirt, but
Right, totally.
yeah, I see you.
If I knew you were going to be wearing that, I might have put on something a little more.
That's fine. You know, we look like twins.
Right.
Like, yeah. You have a little bit more hair than me, but yeah, twins anyway.
Yeah, no, you
Twins for life.
got more hair right here, and
Yeah,
I'm honestly
that's it.
jealous of that.
It goes down with the age,
I don't have a card.
Okay, I love the opening of the cinematic. It's such a
No, I
reference
don't
to
want to
Warcraft
cancel it.
3.
This cinematic is quite amazing.
Yeah. Right? And even Anduin's armor looks a little like Arthas's.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
So
some
cool,
points
right?
that you can just
And
mix
this
with
is
us.
totally a reference to when Arthas pushed
Yeah.
open the doors when it hit with his father, right?
That's what's cool.
Yeah.
Because we like that. And we see it.
Now, our cinematics group does such a great job.
Yeah, they do. And she's amazing.
Yeah.
Her acting is amazing.
The voice actor for Sylvanas is one of my absolute favorites. That line, muzzle your dog, is just, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And the way she delivers it.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was just amazed. We were watching it live. I did it live.
That's cool.
So hype.
Is that his?
You've gotten it all bloody. Yeah. It's kind of gross, honestly.
It is. She's mean.
Yeah.
Suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill. I should have killed you.
So, for players who don't know, the last time they met it actually was in a comic that we released where the three Windrunner sisters get together and basically try to figure out if they've got any kind of relationship left.
Yeah.
They go back to their old homeland, which is now the Ghostlands, and the Windrunner Spire, which is where it used to be their home. They clear it of the undead while just trying to talk about, what do they have to share.
Yeah.
I thought that comic was really cool.
Yeah.
And what they ended up with is they really don't have a lot to share
yeah,
anymore.
that's it. That's what we
Especially
see. That's what we
Sylvanas
feel.
and
That's what we
her
feel
two other
when we see
sisters,
them.
yeah.
This is amazing. This part is amazing.
Right. I love looking at the balconies in the background here because it's such a reference to stuff you saw in Warcraft 3 and it's all decayed. Yeah, like just the little details, right?
Yeah.
I love it. It just crashes through the ceiling.
That's what makes the difference. You know, little details everywhere.
Yeah. My braid will save us.
This is too cool.
Right?
This is too cool when you watch it. Everything just stepped up
Right.
in BFA.
Well, and it's like we do that every single time. Even before I worked on the WoW team, I was just blown away. And then now I get to work on this stuff. I see it happening, and I still get excited when the stuff comes out.
Yeah.
It's super awesome.
All right. I think we're
And
done.
that's it. Game's over.
Yeah,
You
game's
won.
over.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Best thing in the world. I did it, guys. I did it. I managed to do the scenario. So yeah, we have some other interesting stuff to do today.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know if you want to do it, but you will.
I'm here. You got me.
So yeah.
Everybody can't see it, but I've got a manacle underneath the desk that's keeping me here, so I'm stuck.
That's it. He's stuck. He's stuck. He has to be with me like at least 1 hour.
Mhm.
So we're good. And we are going to make some island expeditions. So you can talk a little bit.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know, you can talk a little bit about
You
the
get-
island expeditions.
You
and
get
what
set up. I'll talk a little bit. So,
Yeah, that's it.
so island expeditions are. It's interesting. Every time we make an expansion, we add stuff to the game that is existing, right? Like new zones, story quests, dungeons, raids, all this stuff that players are used to.
Yeah.
But we always try to do something new,
Yeah.
right? And I gotta say, making new gameplay for World of Warcraft is actually one of the most challenging things we do because people are so used to the way it plays and they have certain expectations about the way a World of Warcraft game should feel, right?
Yeah.
But we still want to add something new. So Island Expeditions is one of the examples. The Warfronts feature is another of the examples of just totally new gameplay we've added.
Yeah.
And they're like polar opposites of each other. The Islands is this content that's made for small groups, just 3 people, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to be quick runs, right? You get in, you get
That's
out,
what's
you
cool.
do it over
That's
and over
what's
and over
cool.
again.
Because like with Legion, we had the Mythic Dungeons.
Right.
And you know, everybody loved it.
Yeah.
It was just new.
I love
It was
Mythic
easy
Dungeons.
to set up, like
Yeah.
only 5 men. So it's really easy content to do.
Yeah.
And there is still a challenge. So you can go Mythic Pluses, you can go higher and higher.
Right. High-level Mythics are very
This was
hard.
really like something we loved in Legion.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know yet, but maybe Island Expeditions are going to be like the cool new feature that we are going to
I
love
think
too.
Islands are going to have a lot of legs.
So we're gonna go. Do you want to explain that maybe the difficulties or something?
Yeah,
Because
so
we have more difficulties.
So there's 4 difficulties in Island Expeditions. It starts out with normal, then heroic, mythic, and PvP.
Yeah.
And sort of the idea here is just like you were saying, like we think it's really interesting when they get more difficult, right? As you get better gear and as you get better at it, and go with a coordinated group, for example.
Yeah.
You want a little bit more of a challenge. So what are we doing here? Is this normal?
It's a normal
Okay.
for now.
Yeah, that's
maybe
fine.
we're gonna do an heroic one later.
Okay. So, you know, the idea there is that the more difficult it is, the more Azerite you have to collect on
Yeah.
the island, the more difficult the AI opponent is.
Yeah, because there is a weekly quest you can do.
Yeah, yeah.
With Azerite.
And then also separately, like you get more Azerite for doing it at a higher difficulty, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And then the PvP difficulty is the other side of that. We spent a ton of time and effort just trying to make the, we call them advanced NPC opponents. It's kind of a little bit more of an AI that players haven't seen in World of Warcraft before. They're smart, they have a personality,
Yeah.
they respond to you, and the intent is there, like we didn't want this to be a PvP expansion, so you can do islands without having to do PvP.
Yeah.
But if you want to do PvP, we definitely wanted to make sure that was
Yeah,
available.
that's it. I've seen so many NPCs like in front of me, and they were really good at the game.
Yeah.
They were, stunning me, hexing me, or doing like, crowd controls.
Oh, yeah.
That can go crazy.
I was actually watching somebody play just before I left, and they ran one where the NPC right from the beginning says, hey, you stay on your side of the island, I'll stay on mine. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm not going to get ganked the whole time.
Yeah.
And then the NPC opponents totally beat the pants off them because they were just rushing through to get Azerite. It's a different personality.
Yeah, and they do have fun lines to say
Right.
when they come up, when
Yeah.
they show up.
Totally. It's
That's
a lot of
really,
fun.
really, really cool. So it's a normal one, so it's not going to be that difficult. So can you explain maybe like what you have to do when you do an island expedition?
So if you look at the top of your screen, you've got the Horde and Alliance symbol, and it says collect 6,000 Azerite. And that's as simple as it gets. You're here to collect Azerite, to power up your Heart of Azeroth, and to help the Alliance or Horde war effort, depending on which side you're in, right? You can see the little +6 Azerite collected at the top of that, right? Yeah. So you get that from killing creatures. You get a lot of Azerite if you can find stuff on the ground where it's popped up. If you look off in the distance there's a little bit of stuff. And on your map, yeah, there's little marks. Exactly.
Exactly.
So usually what you want to do with your group is you want to coordinate, okay, where are we going? What are we going to do? What's our plan of attack?
Yeah, what do we kill? What can bring the most Azerite?
Right.
What do we have to do to go faster? And I feel, what's really cool is that you can feel a little bit the pressure. You know, when you going, oh, I think I lost myself in the feedback.
Okay.
So yeah, when you can feel a little bit of pressure when you see the other team like it's grinding Azerite, you're really falling behind,
right?
And you really have to rush. Like,
I'm wondering what the other team is doing right now.
Nothing.
Oh, there they go. Okay, yeah.
No, it's normal. We're gonna do a.
I thought for a second they were falling asleep. Yeah.
Oh, those are NPCs. That's why maybe. I'm just gonna put that here. Good. So yeah, basically, do you recommend like a?
Yep. And
yeah,
I'm
you
back.
lost the feedback too. You're back.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I had it too like a minute ago. So, do you recommend like something, maybe a composition for like maybe one healer, one tank?
I mean, I think it can
DPS?
definitely work, right? I am super interested to see what players come up with. We tried different compositions internally, and I think if you've got like a healer, that can help in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah.
But I've also seen like 3 DPS groups that are just
going fine.
Yeah, absolutely, like plowing through stuff. So. One of the interesting things for us is going to be seeing how this evolves as players get more used to it and they're running more stuff. And
yeah, because balancing this can be really difficult, I guess. You know, maybe you can have a team that you face in PvP that has maybe 2 rogues and a healer or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Mini crowd
yeah,
controls.
right. On PvP, it's a totally different experience because you're not just worrying about how fast can I get Azerite. You're worrying about how can I keep myself alive when they kill me. Yeah. So this is cool.
But it can bring so many cool situations. You know, you have the mobs that you have to kill. You can face the other team at the same time.
Yeah.
So it brings some really fun.
So
situations.
you got Azerite coming out over there where it's blowing out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Gotta get it. Let's go.
Azerite Elemental's gonna try and stop you.
No, he's not.
Oh, you've got. Is that the enemy team?
Yeah. I think it is. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go for a fight. Gonna fear him. Gonna bump this one.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna do the big one. I'm gonna heal them through this.
There you go.
It's done.
Oh.
So yeah, right now we can see what they can do. Like the AI.
Yeah,
it's really intelligent, really clever.
They're totally playing you, man.
But we're obviously better at the game.
Yeah, you'll get them. But they definitely made that harder for you.
Well, that's what's cool.
Right.
It's not like it's something you can repeat a lot of time.
Yeah.
But it will never be the same. Like exactly the same.
Yeah,
I would
so
say.
the way it works is every week a different set of islands are available.
Yep.
And the things that can change, not only can the specific physical layout of the island change, but the creatures that are on the island change, the events that happen on the island change, the teams you go up against change.
Yeah.
There's so many different things that'll adjust it that it'll actually, before you get exactly the same island again, it could take you a very, very long time of running.
So it means you can go even further in the future. So it has no limits. You can bring new mobs, new types of mobs,
we
new maps.
really think this is awesome, and it's something we want to explore. I do have to say, one of the challenges on the other side of it is what makes World of Warcraft special is sort of the handcrafted content experiences, right? Like, we never want to be in a state where you're just playing random content that's cobbled together from a whole bunch of just pieces, right? Instead, we want it to be handcrafted. So even what you're seeing now, where it changes the creatures and stuff like that, there were designers involved with planning that out, placing the spawns, making sure that everything was like really cool, and it feels like it was meant to be there, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, and there is a lot of cool stuff surrounding everything too. You have like chests, you have like little things you can use to have like more Azerite or some things.
Yep.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
You guys are like camping their ship.
We're too close to the ship. I'm fine. I'm a disc priest. I'm invincible. Remember?
Ish.
Maybe come back to me. That's a song, right? Baby, come back. But yeah, I really like that content. I don't know if I'm going to do it a lot. I'm obviously going to do it like every week for the Azerite. Yeah.
Well, and that's the point of that
mythic
quest.
ones and PvP ones are really something I would definitely do a lot.
Yeah, the whole point of that quest is like, hey, you should feel like it's worth your time to do this until you get that quest done, right? And then after that, if you want to keep going, cool, but you shouldn't feel like it's required.
Yeah.
And I think we actually we pulled that off pretty well.
And do you think, as we do have like PvE parts and PvP parts in the island expedition, do you think that maybe it's gonna bring back like PvPers and PvEers together, maybe doing the same content?
I don't know. I think if anything brings them back, it's going to be War Mode.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I saw so many people that don't normally play PvP turn on War Mode to level their characters, which was awesome. And then a lot of people kept it on because they realized, like, hey,
War Mode
actually,
is
it's
really
fun.
I think a really good feature.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of my favorites. I totally leveled in War Mode.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got ganked a couple times, but I also took some fools down with me.
But it felt good. In a sense.
Well,
in a sense, it felt good.
I actually, so I had played on a PvP server for 4 expansions, and I eventually left because I wanted to play with my family, but also I was sick of when I was leveling a character getting ganked, or if I wanted to go do professions, or even fishing. Like, there are times when I personally did not want to participate in World PvP.
Yeah.
But it was really hard for me to leave because there's parts of it that I love.
Yeah, I totally understand. As a streamer, you know, you get stream sniped sometimes.
Yeah, I've heard that actually.
You know,
from
during the leveling, just so you know, they killed me during a cinematic. During a cinematic I was watching.
Yeah, of
so,
course they did.
You know, I wasn't, wasn't that, Alliance and Honor is maybe not the same thing as Horde and Honor, but, that's the game. There's no rules.
I think there's honorable people on both sides.
Yeah, probably.
I'm playing Horde right now, Fury Warrior, and I'm loving it. If you haven't tried Fury, I definitely recommend it.
I haven't tried it. I do main healers, usually.
Okay.
So I didn't try it yet.
You know, I usually tank, but I'm actually probably going to stick with DPS this time.
Yeah.
I was a Demon Hunter Vengeance tank for all of Legion.
Good choice, good choice.
Night Elf. So I was playing
It's pretty fun,
Alliance.
right?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It was a blast. And one of the things I love about Fury is it feels like it's got that same sort of, like, it's changed for the better, right? It's a fun spec to play. It's got a lot of movement. I love leaping into the middle of a fight, just pounding until the creature's dead, and then leaping to the next one.
I see what you mean. I played a little bit of DH Demon Hunter 2, like Demon Hunter Tank 2, sorry, and it felt so good. Like Demon Hunters, you always hear some people say like Demon Hunters, it's it's the new class, everyone's gonna play it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But it was just fun, objectively fun to play.
Yeah, totally. And I've heard people tell me that they didn't want to play it because it was so popular.
Really?
And then they tried it and they were like, okay, there's a reason it's popular.
That's sad. That's sad.
Hey, so while you're killing spiders, I want to just tell you that a little bit of a personal detail.
Yeah, just tell me.
I love spiders.
You love spiders?
I have a pet
like real
spider.
ones.
Sometimes I leave it on my desk at work.
Oh, no.
It's a tarantula named Lenore.
Lenore.
Right.
All right.
And it's pretty cool. I actually only have to feed my spider once a month.
So you just said that. It's pretty cool.
I love my spider. I don't pick her up anymore, though, because she bit me once. But other than that, yeah.
Casually owning a spider. That's it.
Yeah, right.
Easy. I'm sorry, but I only have cats. Is that good enough?
Too. I'm a cat guy. I understand. I have to keep the cat away from the spiders, though.
Yeah.
Or the spider, yeah.
Yeah. Because the cats are going to kill it?
Yeah, they like anything that moves.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. But it's a fun fact.
Right?
Owning a spider.
Okay, so you're doing pretty good, right?
Not that pretty good because we're normal. So see, it's normal mode, so maybe we could be a little bit faster, I guess. But
Yeah,
I'm
well,
talking,
you've been talking, right?
I'm talking. I'm not really
I was trying to give you a leg there, throw you a bone.
Okay, let's blast. Let's blast, team. Let's go. Let's play the game a little bit. Just take everything. So I'm playing with 2 friends right now, so they really know what to do, and they know that when I stream, I absolutely don't watch anything that's going on. Okay. So they know they have to do their thing, and I'm gonna do my thing.
I think that's super
going
cool,
to
man.
die.
Like, I actually think, having friends like that you can play with.
That's it.
First, it's one of my favorite things about this game, but on top of that, I think it's cool that you got buddies who are going to play with you. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah.
Every day I do my world quests first.
Yeah.
Tons and tons of world quests every day right now. And the viewers are always playing with me.
That's super
cool. And I don't know how they do. But we make 2 hours of world quests.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking, I'm dancing on subs.
Sure.
And things like this. But they're still there in the group waiting for me. I don't know how they do that.
I think
They're really patient.
Well, I mean, but it kind of goes back to why I still play this game and what I think makes it special, which is like you make connections in World of Warcraft. Like, there are a lot of awesome single-player RPGs out in the world right now, but there's nothing like World of Warcraft where you can just explore this magical, amazing world with other people.
Yeah. But that's it. 15 years later, people are still playing the game, still enjoying it, still playing together.
I started before the game was officially out. I wasn't working at Blizzard at that time. I just loved it, playing in the beta. And then I'm still there. And I play with my dad. I play with my son. I've got friends and family we play.
Yeah, and the world
like
is so big that you always have something to do. So that's what's cool about WoW. You've never finished with the game.
It was funny. Somebody asked me today after we did the dance contest, which was awesome.
It was.
I don't know. Did you see the guy who won?
I just checked a little bit in the background, but I couldn't see it all.
So this guy had this amazing mustache and just this... oh, hey, there you go. It is. I love this ending. The victory screen.
Yay.
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
He's a frog.
He's a frog. Why?
Because he got hexed just before this happened.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
I think what's cool about it is I think it pulls your character right now as you are, so that it feels more real. Like we could have just done a piece of art, but I like that they went the extra
That's
effort
pretty
to
cool.
do that.
But we can do a heroic one. Do we have time? We still have time.
I've got time.
So.
I don't know.
We've got time. Just play the game.
Sure. Yeah.
We're gonna do like a more.
I mean,
more
that was easy.
one.
You barely even tried.
Yeah. We can do Mythic because he's too low.
Not with this character.
In eye level.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We can do a PvP
So,
one.
real quick, on this screen, these 3 islands, so what I was talking about with the variety, these are the islands that are available this week. But when you look at the screen next week, you're going to have a totally different set of islands.
Yeah.
And that keeps changing, and I think it's really cool. So players, for at least the next few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks probably, have to look forward to completely different islands that they haven't even seen yet, not to mention the creatures and everything else.
Yeah, sure. Do we do a PvP one? Do you want to see a PvP one? Like
I think that would be
real
awesome.
players?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'm the healer, so I'm going to die first.
Well,
obviously.
of course,
It's going to be fun.
It makes it easier for you to talk if your corpse is lying on the ground.
They're going to snipe me.
Yeah.
Yo, let's shoot in. They're doing PvP one.
That's fun.
And yeah, I don't know if you want to take the questions from the Q&A like at the same time, or maybe we take that later. I don't know how much time we still have.
Well, you've got me for a while still.
Okay,
So you
we're
tell
gonna
me
do that later.
if we want to run this and then we do questions.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Totally
that's
down
cool.
for that. And I hope everyone understand us. Yeah, because my English is pretty.
Your English is great.
It's okay.
No,
It's
give yourself
okay.
credit.
It
Your
will
English
do.
is great.
It will do. And thank you everyone for tuning in. We are having a blast right now. Yeah. This is my first time at Gamescom.
My first time too.
Doing those kind of things. So I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I feel just really lucky to be here. I was
me
talking
too.
about the dance contest earlier.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache won. Tons of charisma. And somebody was asking me afterwards, like, are you going to keep making this game? Like, when is the end? And I was thinking to myself, like, I think we're going to keep making it as long as people want to play it. And I see all these fans here who and I feel so lucky. It's incredible.
That's it. Playing the game for so long and still enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Always things to do. Maybe it's going to take a little bit more time as we do PvP. So
right?
it's no
we could try answering a question now.
We're going to try. Oh, you want to? Maybe we can bring up some questions. So these are the questions like you guys brought from Twitter and some websites. Do you see them? So here are the questions, all the questions we have. And we can just, pick some and answer them at the same time.
Yeah, totally.
Do you want me to read them? Do you want to take them and answer them at the same time?
How about you read them? Otherwise, it's just going to be me monologuing for a little while.
All right, I understand.
I'm sure everybody wants to see,
understand.
but yeah.
So the first question that we have here is, what does the role of producer entail? So we answered it a little bit before.
We kind of answered it a little bit. For those who might have missed that part, because it was right at the beginning of the stream, producer is a weird job, especially at Blizzard. It really is, and it's because it combines this sort of, I would describe it as maybe a little administrative job, which is like project management, tasking, scheduling, meetings, notes, which can be boring for some people. I like it, but some people really just don't like that stuff. Spreadsheets, I love spreadsheets, but that's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But the other side of the job that is awesome is sort of what I call team support, right? Like, I'm there for the team. I do whatever it takes to make sure they've got what they need, which is like, I'll listen to people when they've got problems, or I'll try to see problems before they even happen and remove obstacles from people so that if they have a really cool idea, I'll help them get that idea done. It's really fun. All right, so we're getting ready to start here.
Let's go. So it's a PvP one, so it's gonna be like real players in front of us or not?
So,
I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm scared right
you're
now.
not scared.
Because, you know, those guys don't do that much PvP.
Yeah?
So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
When you're playing with your friends here, do you have like a chat going with them?
No, not really. Not right now. No.
it.
I usually stream all day long.
Yeah.
So
Oh, dude.
yeah, if I have the chat, if I have the stream, I usually don't have really, you know, that much space for Discord
Sure.
or something with them.
Man,
So,
I was so impressed watching you. You've been at this so long just today, and you've been doing this is what, your second, third day?
here
Yeah.
at Gamescom, it's just the second day.
Yeah,
I streamed yesterday a little bit. Like, you know, it's short streams here. I usually stream like maybe 5-6 hours a day minimum. So here it's only like, you know, 4:30. So
Okay.
that's all right.
Well, I'm totally impressed.
That's a little day for me, small day.
It's easy.
And I do love the game, so I could play like 24 hours a day.
That's awesome. I feel the same way.
But I need to eat sometime and sleep too.
Right.
So you know, classic life stuff.
Yeah, I love this game.
We're going to try to find them. It's gonna be fun.
I was actually a little disappointed. It was funny because I'm super excited to be at Gamescom. Could not wait to come. But also a little disappointed because I didn't quite hit 120 before I left. I
Yeah.
was too busy with the launch.
And you
I was
can't-
playing as they were picking me up to go to the airport, and I was 119 and a half, and I was like, oh no!
Yeah, that's
But-
why I brought my laptop here
Yeah, well, no,
to
I
play at
did.
the hotel. Yeah.
My laptop isn't very good, but I still downloaded it and finished it off, so I did hit 120 finally, but as soon as I get home, I'm going to be plowing through.
Okay, so where are they? And we can see them on the map. Yeah, maybe we didn't say that before, but they're just here.
there you
so
go.
let's go. 2 paladins. What?
Oh,
Paladins and a mage.
wow.
So
Yeah.
is there a healer?
2 paladins and a mage.
Okay, so full blessing of protections.
Uh-huh.
You know, Leonans. So there are 6. Basically, there are 6.
All right, cool. Well,
I'm gonna go on the mage. I'm gonna
Yep.
do that. You know, I'm gonna rapture.
yeah, I mean, if you can get that mage down, then maybe you've got
That's
at
it.
least a little bit of an advantage. Probably be
Gonna
a
get
little
kicked.
easier. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna get killed. I knew
There
that.
you go, of course.
I knew that. Oh, that's the healer. Kill him.
Oh, yeah. You guys are holding up pretty well. I'm impressed.
I'm just doing bad right
Against that double pally team, that's going to be really tough.
now. I'm gonna fear him.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna pain suppression
No,
myself.
no, oh.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Mm.
Yeah, I played bad. I played bad. That's not my mouse, so it's not an
I
excuse,
know,
but it
it's-
is.
It's like the hardware's not good, my keyboard's not good. I got this
It's not
guy
my- it's not
standing
my
next to me
keybound,
breathing
really.
down my neck.
Oh, I just got destroyed live in front of everyone. That's fine. That's fine, Chat. Kill him. I see my chat. Kill him. I tried, guys. I tried.
Yeah, right.
I
Oh man,
tried.
your chat is blowing up.
Rip. Some rips in the chat. Kill him in the chat.
Yeah.
We're that team. We're gonna be better. We're gonna be better. We're gonna face them again, and we're going to kill them. But I got destroyed. So they do have like a mage, a paladin, and a
Well, at least
and a
now you
holy
know
paladin.
their composition.
So yeah.
Are you gonna go straight towards them, or are you gonna try and avoid?
I don't know. I'm just gonna follow them. You know, I'm down for everything.
Got it.
We need to take back the Azerite they took. So
You know, I totally wasn't watching. Oh, never mind. Here we go.
okay, let's go. I'm gonna try not to get kicked.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna trinket this right now.
There you go. Yeah.
I do have my rapture. Gonna bump him. Kill him, team! Kill him! I'm good.
Oh. There you go, man.
Okay, I used my rapture, but didn't even, you know, put bubbles on the team. Okay, I'm gonna go fear the mage.
See if you can get over there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, I need that bind. I'm dead.
no,
I'm
you're
probably
almost-
dead. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I wanted to fear him, but yeah,
That's a tough team.
you know, the binds are not really the same, so I'm struggling
I
a
want
little
to
bit.
real quick call out your
Yeah.
spirit healer here, which is this like undersea deep water murloc guy.
Yeah.
I love that. I just love that we've started playing around with that. One of my favorite features of the new expansion actually is when you die as a horde player, Juan Samdi, the Loa of Death,
Yeah.
laughs in your face.
It's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I would say. All the cinematics with him are pretty cool. We're gonna wait maybe for Chris Aura. Is she coming with us? But so maybe we're not gonna face them too quickly, and we're gonna try to beat them by just playing the game. Maybe. Sounds
Maybe.
like a good idea, maybe. Or do you
We'll
want to
see.
face them again?
Yeah, they're pretty far ahead of you, man. You guys are going to have to pick it up.
Yeah, maybe we should go...
Like, it feels like at this point, if it was me, and I'm not saying I'm great, especially in PvP Islands, which I have not played yet since the expansion launched, just internally.
I'm going to go this way.
But I would avoid at this point, because you've had 2 run-ins that did not go your way.
we have to do it differently.
Right? You got
That's what's cool. You
something-
can do things differently. You can just play PvE. You can just try to avoid them. You can face them all over again.
Yeah, totally.
So that's what's cool.
The challenge is going to be like, okay, if you avoid, they've got such a lead on you that they're probably going to, get ahead, but...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But then what choice do you have?
Yeah, just lose that choice. And they're back at it again. Let's go, team. Kill the healer, kill the healer.
Apparently they really like killing you.
Yeah. Maybe they are viewers. I don't know. Oh, God. Pain suppression, you're dead. Okay, no pain suppression.
Okay.
But they have the better comp, you know. Yeah, this is just a game. We cannot do anything. Okay, we get destroyed again.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good content right here. You know.
Watching you die over
I'm
and
just
over
gonna,
again.
you know, I'm just gonna annoy them a
couldn't
lot.
have planned this.
You know, staying alive, trinketed this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to die.
That just looks like a mess,
I'm not
man.
going to die right now. Oh, bubble, must dispel. At least I can try that. Oh, my binds. Ah! Dispelling the bubble when there's no bubble left. That's cool. GG, Tonton, best player on earth. Kill the mage. Oh, shit, I'm lucky. We got this. That's what's good with the Disc Priest. You know, I have 2 schools, so at least I can just, you know, stay a little bit longer alive.
Hold on.
I can maybe bum them
on, you
out
guys
of that
can get
stud.
this one. Nope.
No, I'm not. I'm just dead again. So
PvP is a lot of fun. Obviously, we're having a lot
little
of
bit
fun.
more
This is
complicated.
great. Yeah.
That's real players.
Yeah.
But I would say that I did like some mythics too.
Okay.
And the NPCs are quite good too.
Oh, yeah,
they can be rough.
You know, actually, one of the things that is fun about PvP that is also super frustrating is that you can lose, which means it matters more, right?
Yeah.
Like, it means that when you're playing PvP, like, you actually really care. Oh, man, that's not going to be...
Okay,
Yeah, you
Ayasama is
gotta-
dead. It's 2v3. Can we do something? Gotta dispel that. Come on, Chris, alright? You're Walnut. You have to
there
win.
you go. Fortunately, that paladin is just keeping himself alive.
Yeah, paladins. They have 2 paladins, so they have a lot of
right?
things for them. But that's all right.
No, I'm gonna bubble. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna...
Gonna fear. I'm gonna
Yep.
take some distance right here.
There you go.
I'm
I mean,
gonna
I think
dispel
you
the
guys are-
bubble. I'm gonna dispel it.
You've been holding out pretty damn well, honestly.
They're pretty
Maybe
good.
if you can get
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. Those double paladins on you are making it hard.
Yeah.
They're just totally wrecking your face.
They are. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm just glad it's not me.
Oh, it's stun again. Stun. Double stun. All right, double
stun.
stun. Yeah, it's
And just
one
sit
is not
back.
enough.
I'll go get my
One is not
popcorn.
enough. Just kill
Yeah.
me twice.
There you go.
But that's a lot of fun, by the way. I'm dying a lot, but I really enjoy it. Like not dying, but doing PvP expedition. I think it's a really good. It's really good content.
Yeah, I could see somebody in your chat was mentioning the other team's probably using some sort of voice chat to coordinate,
probably.
right?
Sure.
Like you can tell they're super coordinated. They're tightly
Yeah.
grouped around you. They're
That's it.
using some good strategy.
That's it. And they can burst me down, saying like, go on the healer, stun him, burst him. That's it. Obviously, and I think you have to. The more prepared you are, the easier it is to win.
Yeah. Well, again, it's one of those things that makes PvP such a different experience, right?
Yeah.
But even on Mythic, these islands can be hard enough that you'll want to probably coordinate in some way.
Yeah. Okay, we got the ice block, team. We can kill him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bump that guy, slow him. I'm gonna save her.
I would love to see you kill one guy, right?
It is.
There
it
you
is.
go. Oh,
there you go.
no.
He's dead.
Come on. You're so close.
I cannot touch him. I cannot do something.
Oh.
No one. No lay on hand. That was lay on hand.
Yes,
obviously.
it was. That
God
was
damn it.
very clearly
Didn't kill
saved.
anyone.
Those paladins,
And
man.
the protection right here. So he's back at it again. I'm gonna paint up myself. I cannot do it. I don't have paint up right now. I'm gonna rapture. Oh, I'm still alive, guys. I'm still alive. Help!
Yeah.
I'm gonna fear them from me, away from me.
Oh,
I'm still
come
alive.
on.
Not dead.
You're still up.
I am.
And not anymore.
I am. So obviously, Paladin is too strong. We have to nerf them soon. So.
You know, it's funny. I hear that all the time. Some of the like, it's funny. People are like, "Oh, why is my class not doing so well? Why is my class not doing so well?" And you know, sometimes there's legitimate concerns in there, but sometimes it's just that there are things that other players are doing that you could learn that would improve your gameplay, right? And you can see these paladins super know what they're doing.
Yeah. No, obviously it was just kidding, of course. No, they are really pretty much better than us right now. That's cool. That's cool. They're close to the end. How much do they have to do to reach the end in PvP?
I think it's 12,000.
Probably take 12,000, so like Mythic. Like Mythic mode, right?
I think that's the same as Mythic, yeah. Again, I just hit 120, so I haven't been doing it on my character.
That's alright. Alright, let's kill some NPCs. We can kill them. We can kill those ones. Before they reach us again.
There you go, yeah. Get at least a little bit of Azerite there.
We still did like 1,200. You know, it's not that bad.
It's just barely over 10%.
Thank you, Mike. You know, I feel that you are really supportive of what we're doing.
It's because I care. No, honestly, I don't. Very, very honestly, do not think I could do any better than that. I would be a lot worse. You guys are staying up way long, and one of the things that happens for me personally is I get into a PvP situation like that, and when I can see that I am outmatched or the other composition is not good enough, I have a hard time not giving up and just, oh, all right, I'm just going to run away.
And don't you fear that maybe people are going to like leave the queues, like when they're losing, like just, you know, see that the first fight is...
I think that's a totally legitimate concern. Yeah. It's something that we have to think about, like how do we make this interesting, like still...
Will there be like a punishment or something, like a debuff?
Right.
If you leave the queue too early?
Yeah, I hadn't heard that before, but that's not a bad idea. We'd have to keep seeing how players are going, if that's a problem, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's other ways to do it, and like finding ways to reward, if you're losing, finding ways to reward it so that at least it stays interesting, right? And I think, you know, we've tried to do that, and if what we've got set up right now isn't working, then we'll definitely keep listening to feedback. And it's crazy how much the World of Warcraft development team just constantly listens to feedback, reads the forums, talks to players, makes changes because of all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Still got some minutes. 13 minutes. So we have, I think we have to answer some questions from the Twitter feeds and websites.
Yeah, totally.
We do still have a lot more to do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hop off for just 2 seconds to talk to them about the time we have left, and then I will be right back.
That's fine. I'm going on. So I'm going to stay with you alone for a little while. We're just going to see how much time we do have left and see how many questions we can still do. Because you're here for that, right, chat? So we're going to answer like maybe not every single questions we have here, but we're I think we're going to try to make most of them. We're going to go fast through them, and maybe you will find something you want to know. Maybe you'll find something good into it. We have like maybe 10 to 15 questions. We're going to see how far we can go.
All right, so you got defeated, but you still got Azerite.
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
a
what's
complete
cool.
waste of your time, right?
Even if we lose, we do still gain Azerite. So that's a good point. Okay, I'm gonna thank them.
Okay, so it looks like what we're gonna be doing is wrapping up questions.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we can go like.
I think we've been on the awesome Blizzard live feed, which has been really cool, and I think we're gonna wrap up after that and transition on to something else.
Yeah. Can we go like maybe full cam for it? Is it better?
Yeah, sure. That's
because
great.
We don't have to game anymore or something
this way
to join
I
the
can
game.
Stare at your lovely face. And mine,
Thank you.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you're not bad too. You know.
It's weird staring at my face. I don't do this all the time like you, man.
Just look here. Just look over here.
Okay.
That's
good.
good.
No, it's cool.
So maybe another question that we had on Twitter. Will Zekan, known also as Zappy Boy, like make an in-game appearance in BFA?
You know, I've been thinking a lot about this one, just because people have been asking me on the show floor and stuff. People really love that character, Zappy Boy.
Yeah.
For those who might not be aware, he's this awesome troll that shows up in one of the new cinematics, the Old Soldier cinematic that we released just before the game launched.
Yeah.
And he's just really awesome, and players have really connected with him. I know internally I haven't heard of a specific plan to add him to the game, so I don't really have anything to talk about there. But I can say that I know a lot of the guys really, really care a lot about Zappy Boy.
Yeah.
They think that he's a cool character, and I would not at all be surprised if at some point in the future we make that choice. But I don't know of any specifics right now. Sorry. I know.
Sorry, don't be. Another question that we have, can we expect to see more Warfronts in future patches?
Well, Warfronts is a major feature of this expansion. The first Warfront, the Battle for Stromgarde, starts spinning up in a couple of weeks, and our intent is that we will have other Warfronts roll out as the expansion rolls out. And just to be a little bit more specific, we are going to do a series of patches, very similar to the way we did with Legion, with major patches and minor patches. And so when, we just launched Battle for Azeroth, so we can't talk a lot about future stuff.
Sure.
But I can say that, we are planning future stuff. There are some cool things there, and our intent is to add additional Warfronts in the future.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool to know. Can we have more additional customization options, hairstyles, etc. for existing races? Usual classic questions, transmog and hairstyles.
I think that's actually really cool. One of the coolest things that we did with Battle for Azeroth is we added things like the orcs being able to go upright. I made my orc upright as soon as that was available.
Me too.
And then the new Blood Elf eyes, right?
They're cool too.
And it's something that we think is really cool. Again, I don't know of a specific plan right now to add that to the game, but it is something that I know our team likes a lot. We've talked about it a lot. And it's something that we would definitely consider as a potential option in the future, but no specific plans right now.
Yeah, and the next question is a little bit about the same thing. Some of the NPCs, like in Culturals and Zendala, they do have cool poses and emotes. Will we see those emotes become available to players too?
Yeah, so I think what we want to do there is make sure that they are available in a way that is universally applicable to the player characters.
Yeah.
So, obviously right now players don't have access to the Zandalar trolls or the Koltiran humans, but at some point in the future, one of those patches I mentioned, they will become available. And since we're still working on that content, we're not sure exactly how it'll play out, but I think a lot of the team really loves those poses too, and they'd love to get that in.
Yeah. And maybe some question about PvP now. Will we see new PvP brawls and epic battlegrounds maybe in BFA? Like new, battlegrounds and brawls?
Yeah, so new PvP content for sure. What the shape of that PvP content will be, it remains to be seen, right? Again, we're not quite ready. Gosh, it's so difficult because Gamescom is so close to the launch of the expansion that we want to talk about all this awesome stuff, but we're just not quite there yet. So yes, more PvP. Whether it's going to be a gigantic battleground, whether it's going to be a new brawl, that's something that we'll talk about in the future when we're ready to talk about that content.
Okay.
I know. I hope not all of these are me going to be dodging things. Maybe I can do something to help make up, right?
Maybe the next question, I'm gonna just how do you call that? I'm gonna just ask for the first part of the question. I think that's obvious what it means. So could the technology like behind the island expeditions be used for dungeons, like that randomness, maybe the AI, etc.?
Yeah. So there's the technology that we built for island expeditions is something that could be applied to other parts of the game for sure. It's not specific to islands, and we kind of talked about it earlier, but there's two specific pieces that they make a big difference in making that content different. So things like dynamic content, like dynamic spawns, dynamic events, things that change every time you go into it. We developed that for islands, but it's something that we could use in the outdoor world potentially. We could use it in dungeons. It's a really cool idea, and I know some of the guys at work have talked about that, but again, not a specific plan to discuss. The other thing is that sort of advanced NPC opponent, and that technology is actually used in other parts of the game. Not at the same level that Islands has it, but there was, for example, Warfronts, you fight against these other troops, right? And the NPC opponents in Warfronts are not as smart as the Islands ones, but there were pieces of the technology we built for Islands that got adapted for Warfronts to help make those armies a little bit more interesting and feel more alive, right? Especially the way that they move. Something you can see in Warfronts when you're fighting against the enemy is that it used to be that NPCs in WoW, when you would fight them, would clump up into a ball right in front of you, and they'd all be kind of standing on each other, and it was very convenient if you were the tank in a dungeon trying to pull creatures, but when you're in a battlefield that's supposed to feel super epic, we wanted it to feel a little more dynamic. So if you watch in Warfronts, you'll see that the NPCs actually reposition themselves and try to actually engage in combat in a way that feels more natural.
Yeah, and as the technology is developed, you can use it for things you want to do with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's cool.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah. The next one, will there be some catch-up mechanism for the artifact knowledge, as in Legion?
Yeah.
Will there be a catch-up mechanic in BFA?
Yeah,
For
so
Azerite?
This is an easy question to answer because it's already there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right? So for players who may not be aware, there's a mechanism in the game that was similar to the artifact knowledge from Legion that after a certain period of time, it'll start kicking off. And what it does is it makes the amount of Azerite required to level up your heart, it reduces that amount so that new players who jump in or players who maybe take a break for a little while, it'll be easier for them to catch up because it doesn't take quite as much Azerite over time. But the way the system works is if you're dedicating time now to level up your Heart of Azeroth, you'll still be ahead if you're constantly going. It just makes it so that players who don't play can catch up a little bit and not feel like they're stuck behind and can never get there.
Yeah. So we do have now quite a long question. Are there any plans to add more cosmetic transmog items such as wedding attire, villager attire, racial armor sets, etc. in the future to allow us to give our characters their own flavor?
Yeah, I personally think this is really cool.
Specific things like...
Yeah, I was thinking about this when I saw the questions earlier, and I couldn't think of a specific thing that I could talk about right now. We are adding more transmog to the game. We're doing it all the time. And the team that works on things like the armor sets and all of the art that goes into like dungeon sets and stuff like that, they're the guys that would work on something like this. And they do. They love to work on that cool stuff, but there isn't like a specific, this sounds like more like role-playing stuff, like, hey, I want to be able to have more role-playing clothing that I can really fit to my character, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be super cool, but there wasn't a specific thing that I could think of. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Another transmog questions, they do like that. Will there be more styles in transmog items? Like, for example, for skirts, like different skirts, different, like maybe, I don't know, like styles of items?
Yeah. So we're exploring options for that. It's something that if players who've been playing for a little while and have kind of paid attention to our armor sets, they're getting more intricate, they're getting more detailed, there's more stuff we've been adding. One of the things that we added in Legion that I thought was really cool is, for example, on the Rogue and Taurus, the Burning Throne armor set with all the like belt bolts and all the pouches and everything that got added to that, I thought that was cool. It was one of my absolute favorite sets.
It was a cool set.
And the PvP variant of it on the Alliance side is probably one of my favorite sets that I've ever seen in the game ever. It looks super awesome. And that's just an example of something that we've done. We are still continuing to work on that kind of technology and explore other stuff. So I think players can look forward to having our armor sets get better and better with every expansion.
Cool. And will there be more playable races that can be selected by both factions? Like maybe new links between races and classes?
Right. I think it doesn't make sense for Battle for Azeroth specifically because it's a Horde versus Alliance expansion, and so every race is being asked to pick a side, and I think it'd be really weird now if somebody said, well, I kind of want to do both sides, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's something that would be cool for the future, possibly.
Okay, good. And talking about the next raid, like Uldir, we do not have sets for classes. So will there be back sometime, maybe class sets for each class?
I think it's a very real possibility, right? Like, I've heard this question a lot, actually, while I was here at Gamescom, and the core of the question is, I liked that in Legion, everything was centered around my class. I have a lot of identity with my class. The armor sets were class-based. That's super, super cool. Now, in Battle for Azeroth, with this Horde versus Alliance, we sort of switched things out. Like, the Warfront sets and the PvP sets are very faction-specific. And the Old Deer set is very centered around the Titans, right? And that's a cool thing that we're exploring right now for Battle for Azeroth, and we're going to probably continue that, although, I don't want to commit us for future stuff, but that's definitely something that we've been talking about internally, is continuing that for this expansion. But in future, who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Another interesting question right now. When will you release the Zandalari Trolls and the Kiltiran Humans? Do we have a date, like for the Dark Iron Dwarves? Sorry. Can you say it?
Yeah, so the Dark Iron Dwarves, which is part of that question, and the Magar Orcs are available in the game right now.
Yeah.
To unlock them, players need to level up their reputation with the 7th Legion and Honor-bound factions.
Yeah.
It's like dedicated players right now are working on that. When Warfronts comes out, that will be a lot easier because there's some reputation that you get for doing things in Warfronts. The other side of this, though, is that Zandalari Trolls and Kultiran Humans will come out in a future patch. And again, I can't talk about the future patches, but the intent there is that the story with Zandalar and the story with Kultiras is not done yet.
Yeah.
And we feel like that is the end of the whole storyline with those
we'll have
races.
to see that
is
to
like you're trying to
unlock
earn
those
their
races.
trust.
Yeah.
Right? And so when you do, that's when you'll see the allied race.
Yeah. Interesting question right now. Will magic resistances be added back to the game via trinkets or maybe stuff?
Yeah, that's a
Those
really
resistances.
cool one because, like I said, I've been playing since the beginning, so I remember the time when you would equip all your fire gear, right?
Yeah.
But it's not something that we're currently thinking about doing, at least anything that I've heard. I think it's an awesome way to, expand on some of the itemization, but we have other ways to do that right now with all of the secondary stats.
Yeah,
And then there's
right.
just one of the things that happened with the resistances was that then you were forced to carry different sets of gear, and
Sure.
like that becomes kind of a problem. So we would want to try to figure out a way to solve that.
Yeah.
And so there's just a lot of things we have to think about with that, and there's nothing specifically planned right now.
Okay, good. And I think this is the last question we do have for today.
Okay.
Could you consider including the island expeditions in the Dungeon Finder tool?
I think that would be awesome.
Because right now, just so they know, you have to go to the table. To do the expeditions.
Right. I think that would be awesome, and I think it's definitely something we would consider for a future patch. Part of the reason it's not on the queue right now is because, we want this to feel like a real world, right? So when you go out to the dock to queue up for islands, you also go out to the dock to interact with your war campaign. You also go out to the dock to, when Warfront's unlocked, to contribute to the war effort and eventually to go to the Arathi Highlands. And so you're actually going out into the world. And I think while doing things like the queue and portals and things make the game easier, we're always thinking about that takes away from the cool world that we've built. So I think maybe in the future, but right now I think it's really cool the way it brings you out.
Yeah, it's quite cool, I admit. But it could be good to have it in the Finder tool too.
Yeah, maybe if you've been doing a lot of them, right?
Yeah, maybe. So I think we're running out of time, but we did all the questions we had for today. We did a little bit of expeditions. We saw the Siege of Lordaeron too, and I had a great time.
Yeah, me too, man.
I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too.
Yeah.
And
thank you very much
I
for
don't
your
know
time.
how to end this.
Yeah,
it's a little bit awkward all the time,
I think awkward endings work perfectly for me.
That's
so
it.
let's do that.
That's how you play the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a great time. I'm enjoying my time at Gamescom here. I hope everyone in the chat or on the stream enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Maybe the questions you asked for weren't answered today, but that's the game too. And I hope you had some answers that you wanted to know.
Hey,
so thank you for your time. Thank you, everybody. See you later for the French-speaking people. I think I'm going to continue the stream.
Yep.
And thank you for all the English-speaking people who enjoyed it too, even if my English wasn't that good. Thank you, Mike, again for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
Had a great time. See you later, maybe.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, English-speaking people. See you maybe later. Thank you so much.
Dad, the other kids on chat say my voice is cracking.
Well, it just means you're growing up. Here. I think you're ready for this.
StarCraft 2?
Well, you're not a kid anymore, son. You should be playing a grown-up game.
No more excuses. StarCraft 2 is now free to play. Grow up at StarCraft2.com.
Thanks, Dad.
Long ago, Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, was captured by the Haradrim and sealed within one of 3 Soul Stones. But his imprisonment was part of a grander plan. Over the course of centuries, Mephisto corrupted the Zakharum priests who were watching over him, manipulating them into freeing him and his primeval brethren. The sinister effects of Mephisto's hatred follow him wherever he goes, whether it be the confines of a soul stone or the cosmos of the Nexus. Mephisto is a ranged assassin who excels at dealing sustained area damage and evading crowd control. Mephisto's trait is Lord of Hatred. Hitting enemy heroes with his basic abilities lowers their cooldown for each hero they hit. Lord of Hatred allows Mephisto to deal a lot of damage as long as he casts his abilities at the right time and hits multiple heroes with each usage. Skull Missile is Mephisto's first basic ability. He conjures an ethereal skull and after a short delay launches it in the target direction, slowing and damaging all enemy heroes in its path. It serves as an effective poke and makes it difficult for enemies to escape from Mephisto's other abilities. Lightning Nova provides Mephisto with another way to deal area damage. He creates a ring of lightning around himself that damages enemy heroes for as long as they are in contact with it. Lightning Nova's damage is increased for each hero it hits. In the right position, Mephisto can inflict some serious pain. Mephisto's final basic ability is Shade of Mephisto. When cast, Mephisto teleports to the target location and deals damage in a small area around him. A Shade of Mephisto stays in his original location until he teleports back to it a short time later. With clever usage, Mephisto can finish off a retreating hero, dodge area damage, and avoid CC. Consume Souls, Mephisto's first heroic ability, reveals all enemy heroes while he's channeling. When the channel completes, all revealed heroes are damaged and slowed. It can act as a powerful finishing move when his basic abilities are unable to kill his enemies. If the damage from Consume Souls doesn't kill Mephisto's enemies outright, his allies will know where to find them and finish the job. Durance of Hate provides Mephisto with a powerful disruption tool. A short time after it is cast, Mephisto unleashes a horde of evil spirits in the target direction, damaging and rooting the first enemy hero they hit. The spirits fan out in search of other nearby enemy heroes, damaging and rooting them as well. A well-timed Durance of Hate can swing an entire team fight in Mephisto's favor.
You are too late!
Mephisto is all about positioning and choosing the right moment to strike. The greater the number of enemy heroes he hits with each of his basic abilities, the more often he can cast them. Lightning Nova in particular has the potential to deal high amounts of damage over the course of a match with the right tactics. Take advantage of clumped up enemy teams, especially when their movement is hindered. Using Shade of Mephisto in clever ways can deal area damage while maintaining an escape route. Mephisto will return to his Shade's location even if he is stunned or otherwise incapacitated, allowing him to be more aggressive than other ranged assassins. At level 13, Mephisto gains access to the Hysteria talent, which upgrades Lord of Hatred to also reduce the cooldown of his heroics. At level 20, the Consumed by Hatred talent causes Consume Souls to be recast if its initial damage kills an enemy hero. Combining these two talents allows Consume Souls to be cast far more often, leaving Mephisto's enemies nowhere to hide. At level 20 is the Shade Lord talent, which significantly upgrades Shade of Mephisto. Not only does it let Mephisto switch places with his Shade, but it also gives him access to all of his level 7 talents, transforming Shade of Mephisto into a workhorse ability that slows enemy heroes, grants him armor and movement speed, and enables some amazing plays. Mephisto, the most cunning of the primevals, has set his insidious plans in motion once again. All will soon bend to his will, or they will succumb to his hatred.
everyone, we're back talking Heroes of the Storm and the season so far.
Yeah, well, what an amazing season it's been. The Heroes Global Championship is running with teams in the Western Clash, such as Heroes Hearth Esports, who went from the US underdogs to the nation's favorites.
Yeah.
And also Team Dignitas, my homeboys, who didn't drop a single game. And obviously, being that European favorite, they lived up to that expectation and have won the Western Clash.
Yeah, and in the Eastern Clash, the Korean presence was strong. We had Ballistics. They had a great, strong performance, and so did Tempest. But in the end, Gen G took the win. But we won't talk too much about that because you guys are going to take a look right now at what took place in HGC. Take a look.
See, we are the best EU team now.
For a lot of my teammates, this will be the first time that they've played at a big event like this. For our team to even take a game off of Tempest, it was a great series.
Yeah, it's falling. 25. It's going for the kill.
That's it.
They drop the core. They take the game and defeat Tempest on Volskaya.
And Dignitas on the last altar. The last team fight will get the channel and become your Western Clash champions. Dignitas, they will end their streak. Dignitas takes the game against Gen G. You've got to be kidding me. Dignitas pulls it off. They take the game. What a finish. What a finish. Rich Glenda's reset. They're trying to go for it. Is it enough? 1%. 1%. It's over. It's over.
Gen G going to take game number 1 here on Towers of Doom.
Hanzo explodes as Gen G is moving in for another victory.
5 members of Ballistics are going to be wiped, and Gen G take the red carpet here to the core of Ballistics.
Gen G shows no mercy, has the perfect buried alive, has the follow-up with everything they throw against their opponent, and Gen G goes in for the victory.
Just another day in the office, it seems like, here for these boys.
An unbelievable performance. They don't drop a single map in the tournament.
It's time for the world-famous Blizzard Dance Contest. Behind us on the stage, we're going to have gamers dancing in World of Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm, or Overwatch-inspired dances. I cannot wait.
Oh, I can't wait either. It's going to be exciting to see everyone up there. And, of course, these are some of the bravest gamers out there. I mean, I don't think I could go up there. It seems nerve-wracking, but I'm sure everyone's going to nail it. It's
Look how many
super
people.
packed right now.
And you can only see this like it goes all the way that way, it goes all the way
this
that
way.
way. It's ridiculous. There's so many people here to watch and loads to compete.
Yes, and everyone wins something, so it's
Oh, really?
actually, hopefully, you know, it's going to be fun for everybody.
Is it too late to enter?
I don't know. I was wondering that myself because I was hoping maybe I could.
we could win something.
Yeah,
I
win
think we're
something.
pretty good dancers.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
some dance moves. I know how to flex.
Yeah? Well, I think that's 50% of it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like it's about to kick off behind us.
So
let's
get
ready.
to it. Yeah.
Shakira, Shakira. There we go. Look at this. The Draenei female dance from World of Warcraft. It's a simple dance, which makes it all the harder, I think. You know, you've got to make it perfect for that. So this is Mercy on stage.
She brought her dancing shoes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Powerful strut.
Yeah, even the head bob at the end there. That was great.
Here we go. Here's my moves.
You really need to get up there, too.
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, the cosplay really does show how good and close to the original that is.
Yep.
It's a very challenging dance to do this. Lots of snapping, lots of quick movements.
The choreography here is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we've seen the first 10 participants. They did such a great job. It's a strong start. It's going to be interesting to see who goes next and what other dance moves we'll get to see.
Behind us, we can see, look at this. This is a May cosplay doing
Full-on
Zarya.
cosplay. This is incredible. Imagine having to dance with those boots. Wow. This is really great. The hips again, they have returned. This is great.
Again, closing her eyes, just getting in the moment.
Yeah. Look at that footwork.
That's exceptional.
That is exceptional, yes. Beyond any of my capabilities, I could not do that. Jumping and headbanging.
Now, this is actually one of the more dangerous dances. We've had issues in the past, BlizzCon, where a guy actually dislocated his knee doing this dance on stage.
Oh, no.
So it might look simple, but there is danger in every move. So good.
Look at that. And he's got the attitude. Oh, this is good. Look at that. He's on the footwork, and the arm movements, everything.
This might not just win him a laptop. I think it's won him the hearts and minds of the entire crowd. Oh, the Night Elf female dance. Many a times atop a mailbox, but here on a stage. Energy.
Energy.
Oh, wow.
And then the serious piece.
Dwarven
Taking
female.
it so well.
You ever done river dancing?
I've never done it.
No?
I've attempted it and failed miserably, but she might actually be a
I
real
constantly end
river
up
dancer.
stepping on my toes. That's the hardest bit. You're throwing those feet down, you got to try and miss your other toe.
That's right, but she's got
She's
it even
doing
in
it.
Converse shoes. Who would have thought? Look at that. Smiling now. Woo!
It's a lot of cardio.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
Looks
whew.
like she knew.
Yeah.
She knew that she could do this, and she pulled it off greatly. Good stuff.
Here we go, the Night Elf female dance. So this is tricky. She's got a direct comparison now to
Someone
the
else
previous
did that dance
Night
earlier.
Elf female.
Yeah.
Extra tricky.
But she's got it.
And here we go.
Yes.
An undead male headbanging.
Woo!
The hair's
Spinning
going
the
everywhere.
hair. This is good.
This is one of the things that, due to game engine limitations, Warcraft can't have that much dynamic hair going on. But here we see what
In
it
real
would look
life,
like.
yeah, you can see it.
And he
All
can.
right, that headbanging though.
Not bad, eh?
That was
so
great.
we had, what was that, 20 contestants?
Yes, and a few cosplayers as well.
Yes.
Again, this
I
round.
think the cosplay works. I think it helps you kind of see into the game. You kind of see the dance and you can judge it.
Exactly, you can compare it to the video being shown and then the actual, the footage from the game and see, kind of picture it all together. It's the complete package.
Where's your opinion on it? So some dances are a lot simpler than others.
Yes.
So do you demand more perfection from a simple dance, or do you think equally all of them should be as close as you can get?
I think as close as you can get it. It really is about nailing the dance moves, and so that you can compare the two and be like, yeah, actually, that's almost as if they were there to capture it in real life. Yeah. Good stuff.
Honestly, the judges always have such a tricky decision to make at these sorts of things because the caliber is very high, and equally they're all so different. And they're all very
different
good
dances,
in their own ways.
Yeah, different genres. I mean, how do you compare headbanging versus like a more, Shakira's sensual
exactly.
dance move? It's very difficult.
The Sombra, just the speedy feats,
Yeah.
classy moves.
Make the show. We definitely see a lot of talented people back there, and they're giving it their all. It's great.
They
Everyone's
really
here
are.
to, join in the fun, but hopefully win a few prizes.
It's a big stamina thing as well. Like, they are still going. They're all doing really
Some
well.
in full costume
And
as well.
exactly, that is a hot, sweaty,
all right.
sweaty dance.
So I'm going to head over and interview a few people back there. So,
Well, good luck.
Good luck out here.
I hope you can pick up some of their moves.
I will ask them for tips so I can get to practicing and get better. Yeah.
I will let you know. I will judge you when you get back here.
You're going to judge
no
my
prizes.
Okay, so I really have little amount of time here to get my moves on. All right. I'll make sure to work on that. See you.
Okay, so in those envelopes there, in that envelope, is the top 3. The judges may have seen my little moves just there. They may call out my name now. I'll have to, if I do, I will try and get someone else to narrate this, because I'm going to be up on stage collecting my prize. Oh, here we go. The top 3. The Tracer dance, an exceptional dance. That is certainly justified of being in the top 3. Fantastic footwork and overall body movement. Dancing, if you will. Oh, Sombra. Sombra really inspired me to learn that dance. Oh, and the human male who danced a human male dance. It almost seems unfair, but there was certainly a huge amount of skill involved. Okay, we get an extra little treat now to see these dances one more time, to try and pick out of these 3 who will be crowned the Gamescom 2018 Dancing Champion. Already a winner, but look at those moves. Fantastic. Here we go. Such quick feet work there. Amazingly confident body moving. The dancing is exceptional. Alliance through and through. Academy bleed blue. Here we go. It takes me back to the auction house in Stormwind, just seeing this guy dancing around. Look at that. Confidence. Oh, here we go. And the human male takes it. Fantastic to see. Look at this. That is brilliant. Danced his way to a laptop. Oh, there we go. For the Alliance, he calls out. Go, victory lap. Well, there we have it. That is the end there of the 2018 Gamescom Blizzard Dance Contest. What a contest. That exceptional group dance as well. It had everything I wanted and more. Naomi's going to go and chat to some of the performers, and we're going to hear a little bit more about how they prepared and how they did. Let's see how we get on.
All right, so I'm here with the winner. Congratulations, you won the dance contest. How does it feel?
I can't believe it.
You can't believe it.
Seriously, I can't believe it.
Good job up there. Now, how did you prepare this dance today?
Well, what you don't know is I dance like that in discos, discotheques, and so I do it all the time.
So you didn't really have to prepare that much. Now, how did you choose this dance, the human male dance? Why did you go with that one?
Because it's the fanciest one.
I agree.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a great dance. All right. And then how do you feel about being on stage today?
Oh, it was amazing. It was so mind-blowing seeing all the audience over there, and it was so full, the whole room here. It was so amazing.
Well, it didn't look like you were nervous, and you won. Congratulations again. How are you going to celebrate now?
I don't really know. But seriously, I don't know. Maybe this, I don't know.
You don't know. Maybe go out to dance some more.
Oh, yeah. I will. Of course.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations again. All right, I'm here with one of the finalists. Congratulations at being the top 3. How do you feel?
I feel pretty awesome. I didn't expect to get so far, actually.
You did so great. How did you prepare for today's event?
Oh, well, I kind of danced Tracer's dance since it first came out, and then just a little bit training before the actual dance competition again.
All right, and what made you choose this dance in particular, the Tracer dance?
Well, I've been dancing for 8 years, and I really wanted to try it on this stage because Blizzard's so amazing, and I love their characters and the games. So I was like, hey, why not try both?
Good job. You did so great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good one. Right. All right. How was it like being out there? You were one of the finalists. How'd it go?
I think it went way better than I expected, and that feels great.
Yeah? Were you nervous out there?
Actually, I wasn't as nervous as I thought I'd be. Like, I was thinking I'd be probably much more nervous than I was in the end, because I guess it just feels great for me to, like, I enjoy dancing anyways, even though I don't do it professionally, but I like doing it, so. Yeah.
Well, you did great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was it for the dance contest. Thank you to HP Omen and NVIDIA for making that happen. And now we're going to be going to some Overwatch news real soon, so stay tuned.
Angels can still feel fear.
Overwatch booth, about to check out and play some Lucio Ball. Actually, we just started a match, so let's hop in and see what it's like.
Okay. Right, Naomi, do you play soccer?
I used to coach soccer.
Oh, you used to coach it? Well, give me some coaching. I'm terrible.
I mean, just don't let the ball go into our goal.
Okay, right, keep the ball out of our side. Okay.
You're too good. Who are we go?
It's a game of two halves.
I think they're pros.
There's only one half, actually, but still, we've got this. Go. Oh, come on!
Oh, that was us. That was us.
It's going in. There we go. Little touch. Little baby touch. You got it? You got it?
I got a cue. I got a cue. Woo!
Got it?
What does that do? What does it cue? Oh, it speeds me up. Yes.
That's it, yeah.
I love this. Oh, yeah. I'm getting some punches in. This is nice.
Okay, keeping it down. Oh,
keep it up. Woo! Okay.
Got it. I got it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's tasty. Oh, we the Blues?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were the Reds. Oh, we're doing terribly. Right, I'm going to calmly take these off. I'm not raging out.
Okay.
I'm just calmly taking them off. It's crazy to think this is still Overwatch. This is still a shooter in all purposes, and here we are playing, football, soccer.
That's right, football.
I love it. I think it's great. It's nice that they've done these mini games. I'd love to see what else they can do. We went easy on the first time, just so now they won't expect it when we're good now.
Oh, come on! I'm playing aggressive now. I don't want them to win again.
In the middle.
Oh no, that was my shot, and I pushed it the other way.
Here we go. We got this. There we go. Got it out.
Come on! Get in the head. Hold on, I'm coming.
That's good. Much better this round, though. Even more of a false sense of security now. They're thinking, hang on, we just beat these guys 5-0. Now we're beating them 1-0.
Oh!
Not too bad.
That's okay.
Needle out. I think what we've shown off is that even fantastic Overwatch players like ourselves, it's a completely different game. It's the same game, but it's a different game.
But it's a lot
so
of fun.
all of our very high-end skills we both have in Overwatch, it's testing different skills.
Yes. I think we did great.
I'm feeling in the Summer Games mood, in the spirit. I'm going to fire at the barbecue. We're going to have some nice bratwurst here in Germany.
That's right. I'm going to hit some waves with my surfboard.
You could get some waves, actually. I'm not very good at surfing, but I'm great at eating hot dogs.
Yes.
So
yes.
We'll stick to our strengths.
Yes. We're going to go play the Busan map.
Oh, yeah. We can play the new map.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's go check it out.
Cool.
For me, it's like one of the highest forms of competition, especially outside of OWL.
The World Cup will be challenging for sure. Our group is not very easy, but I'm very confident that I've selected a great bunch of gamers, and we're gonna give it our best and hopefully qualify for BlizzCon.
And it's kind of interesting to see the team come together. I mean, all those guys play most of the time contenders. I mean, Chris right now is still on his way to the contenders finals. So it's really interesting to see people who are fighting against each other the whole season coming together, work as a team with one goal in mind.
Here, everybody comes together and you meet them in person, and like that's the cool aspect of Gamescom that I really enjoy, like getting to know these nicknames, so to speak, and getting to know the person behind that nickname.
Everyone joins and kind of celebrates gaming.
Yeah, and it's a chance to be close to your audience. I mean, for us as Team Germany, it's nice to have the first contact with our audience. For them to say hi, to getting to know the players, that's really nice. I really love Lucio Ball, and I'm really looking forward to being on stage, playing against the audience. I think it would be really awesome. I think the players are really focused at the moment to compete as a team. So for me, as someone who's a community lead, who's more of a casual player, it's our goal to have fun matches for the audience. And I mean, of course, we want to win, but it's not that we want to win,
Yeah. I really like winning, and I don't like losing, so...
Even if we lose, like, props to them for being good at Lucio Ball.
All right. right, so one of the big pieces of news out of Gamescom this year has been the Busan map, the unveiling of the Busan map, the new map to Overwatch. I can't believe that we get to play it here, so if you're at the show, come check it out. I'm also excited because we're going to get to show you guys Jeff Kaplan as he unveiled the Busan map and everything he had to say. Of course, there's a lot to it, so check it out. Here it is.
One of the fun parts about working on this map is that we were able to send an actual sound team to the city of Busan in South Korea to record the sounds of the city so we could capture it as accurately as possible for this map. We've got some footage of that and we want you to enjoy it right now.
Hi, I'm Paul Lackey, the sound design supervisor for the Overwatch team. And I want to share with you today the authentic sounds that were recorded in Busan to bring this map to life. Now, we knew this was going to be a real challenging map. One, because Busan is just such a beautiful, colorful, and different city, and one that's unique even to Korea. And we knew that we couldn't find the sounds that we needed through any sort of library. We asked for markets and outdoor cafes to visit the subways and get the announcements, to record things like their crosswalks, which are so unique. So in addition to capturing an amazing collection of ambiances, we needed to get the sounds of some very unique instruments that could only be obtained in Korea. Our Korean office did a fantastic job of finding a contact at the Korea National University of Arts, where they were able to find not only the authentic instruments, but some performers to demonstrate the instruments for us. The Busan map is one of the most visually beautiful that we've created for Overwatch, and we think it's now one of the best sounding that we've created. Really hope that you enjoy playing the map and that you spend time listening.
We've got some great news for you too. Busan, the new control map coming to Overwatch, is playable right now at the Overwatch booth at Gamescom, so you can enjoy it right now. Let us know what you think, and thank you so much.
All right, what an amazing second day. I can't believe we have 2 more days of awesome content still. So it's going to be really, really
we've got
fun.
the Warbringers Ashara piece. I'm so excited for everyone to see that.
I am too. It's quite a powerful thing. You guys are going to get to see that.
They got to see our Lucia ball. How do you think we did?
They did.
Do you think that was a fair kind of piece?
Yeah.
Because it made it look like we lost really badly.
Well,
Twice.
we did talk a lot about how everyone kept scoring on us. So that was something that was happening.
I think what we didn't mention is we were playing against actual professional Lucia ball players. And I'm great to see that there's a whole esport industry now
already
of very highly paid professionals, highly skilled. You know, and I'm guessing we're going to get called up to that as well.
I mean, after seeing that, I think there's no debate. We definitely should be part of the Esports League for Lucio Ball. But yeah, I think it was great. What was some of your biggest highlights from the day?
That dance contest was amazing.
Yes.
The big on-stage group ensemble dance was exceptional.
I didn't expect that to happen, and it really made me want to go out there and start dancing.
Well, we were dancing. That's the thing. So people didn't get to see some of that. And
we were
I think that's
off
good
camera
as well, because I don't want to cast any doubts over the validity of the best dancer here.
That's right.
I think the human male winning the human male dance, that's right. We were, I mean, I can say unofficially, the best dancers in the room.
We were,
yeah.
Had the judges been here.
If they could have seen us,
they had been here.
if only they'd been here, we would have been, we'd have to split a laptop though. That's the tricky thing.
Yeah, that would have been a little tricky.
Yeah,
so
maybe
it actually worked out.
Maybe not. But
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, so where can people see us tomorrow?
Well, we are going to be back here same time, so that's 5 p.m. CEST, right here at gamescom.blizzard.com. And you're going to be able to see all the stuff we've got, but really tune in. The Warbringers Ashara piece.
We've been teasing it, but it's definitely worth it.
Tune in.
Trust
Tune in.
us.
It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah, now, of course, people can also join us. Gamescom is an event that happens, but there's also BlizzCon that takes place.
The
It's
big
coming
one.
up in November, so I'm very excited. As I mentioned in our previous stream, 35,000 attendees previous year.
That amazing key art up there.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's always nice to see.
Just
and
hyping up
starts
BlizzCon.
getting in that sort of BlizzCon spirit. And
Yeah.
already we're going to see pre-show programming is kicking off in September. So stay tuned for more details over at blizzcon.com. You'll see all the details as they come up. The event itself, obviously, is November 2nd and 3rd. So you can tune in using the virtual ticket around then. But equally, the week before, starting October 25th, there is a host of esports tournaments being run directly out of the Blizzard Arena in Los Angeles. That's in World of Warcraft, Heroes of the Storm, and StarCraft 2, with the finals then taking place at the big show,
Yes.
at BlizzCon.
At BlizzCon. And now, if you're at Gamescom, Hall 7, remember to check out the booth. But right now, we're going to throw to a cool throwback to all the awesome moments
The
from
12th
previous
BlizzCon
BlizzCon.
this year.
It's the 12th one.
So these are some of the
Pretty
best
important.
bits from 11 BlizzCons.
Yeah, so you can check out a cool recap of all of those amazing years of BlizzCon. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.
Bye-bye.
We're here to talk about what's new for World of Warcraft. Ice cream is great. Personally, I love chocolate and I love cookies and cream, but I understand that for some of you, your favorite flavor is vanilla.
17 years since Blizzard opened the door to a new adventure. And my friends, the wait ends right now.
Soldiers, scientists, adventurers, oddities.
So what Overwatch is, it's a team-based multiplayer shooter that's completely action-packed.
That was awesome!
Let's take a look back at the launch of Overwatch.
This is the server's not working right screen.
Sombra will be the next hero joining the cast of Overwatch. I'm sure no one saw that coming.
My name is Chris Amaral. I am a senior character artist on Diablo 3. I've been at the company for 12 years. It's been an awesome experience, probably the best experience of my life. I started out as an illustrator. I went to school for illustration and then ended up becoming a 3D artist. I had a lot of friends who actually moved to Blizzard. It was the one company that I really wanted to work for. So I applied here hoping that I got in, and luckily I became a senior artist on Diablo right from the start. I played Diablo 2 a lot, when I was younger. The amazing feeling to be part of something that I grew up with as a teenager. At Gamescom, I'm doing a 3D live demo. I'm sculpting a character basically from scratch. I'm going to take the entire thing through the whole process, and at the end of my 3 sessions, I'll have a final character that we can show the audience. The audience has been great. They've been giving great feedback. It's great to hear the comments and the suggestions and from the audience. It's been great. If I had a suggestion for a new up and coming character artist, I would tell them to just work hard, study hard, find reference, find inspiration, look at other artists to learn and grow, even online forums to get support and feedback. But basically, just work as hard as you can, and you'll get there.
So the short film that we made here at Gamescom was actually about Mephisto, which is the hero that just released for Heroes of the Storm. And he's the Lord of Hatred, so we wanted him to hate. And so we took Lily, who is an innocent little teddy bear that likes her tea parties, and we thought it'd be great if Mephisto destroyed her tea party. So me and my brothers, we really love Blizzard games and played it ever since I was young. So it's just been a part of my childhood growing up and everything. And so not only are they good games, they have a lot of multiplayer in them to allow for friends or siblings to play with, to make some great memories. And I think that's what really brings it together for us.
Oh, Lord Sarfang. How many do you think?
Too many. There is no honor in this. They will come for us now. All of them!
My father, Hikazi. He fought with you in the Third War. He told me stories. How you could cut down 10 enemies with a single blow. This be my first battle. What should I do?
Don't die.
Yes, of course, but if I do fall, may it be with honor in glorious combat.
There will be no glory today. Only pain. Have earned your warrior's death, my son. Yet once again, I am denied it.
What are you doing?
Claiming what is mine. Go back. I said go back! Live another day. Go back to your father.
I can't. He's dead. The Horde. It's all we have.
So, you know me. Is that it? What I've seen? What I've done? give up, boy.
Like you? Live another day.
Without armor.
Long ago, Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, was captured by the Haradrim and sealed within one of 3 soul stones. But his imprisonment was part of a grander plan. Over the course of centuries, Mephisto corrupted the Zakharum priests who were watching over him, manipulating them into freeing him and his primeval brethren. The sinister effects of Mephisto's hatred follow him wherever he goes, whether it be the confines of a soul stone or the cosmos of the Nexus. Mephisto is a ranged assassin who excels at dealing sustained area damage and evading crowd control. Mephisto's trait is Lord of Hatred. Hitting enemy heroes with his basic abilities lowers their cooldown for each hero they hit. Lord of Hatred allows Mephisto to deal a lot of damage as long as he casts his abilities at the right time and hits multiple heroes with